a lot going on in Hawaii. A lot of things I learned. Yeah.
East side or west side?
Of Hawaii?
Yeah.
West side.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not like east side. It's not like windward side.
Yeah, not windward.
Yeah.
That's a lot of travel. You're a very cultured cat. You like Vlad, being all over the place. A lot of
No.
culture exposure. No.
No.
You've, you've been to at least
I'm still
two
white
different
trash.
islands.
Wait, I have a very my family are like full of expats. And so, but I'm not cultured. I wouldn't say I'm cultured. I'm learning things every day. I'm
Like
an
how the
idiot.
Greeks invented vending machines, yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the death ray.
Yeah. Ray is so cultured.
That's so. Are there any like
No, I just like looking up random facts.
about Greece specifically?
The French
Thank
are
God
known
for
to
Google.
travel a lot.
Especially where I'm from in France, it's just like it's a culture of sailors.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I
Mhm.
did specifically omit Tristan from the list of most cultured people in the group just because he's French. So
Yeah, I figured.
no offense. No offense, Tristan. No offense intended.
The French don't count. The fuck?
No, they don't.
You're really
Like,
Norwegian, okay?
they-
You're really Scandinavian. You don't even count.
You guys sound like French people talking about Belgians.
I think we've had this conversation. I guess the French is like one of the longest historic like cultures ever, right? Like of being one entity.
Is it?
I
thought
would
that
not
was
quote.
England.
And
I
no,
thought that was Britain.
think of how many times England has just been trashed by like an invading force.
You guys used to be so
like,
strong.
reoccupied.
You guys were
I
so
know.
invasive.
I know, but like for the longest
It
time,
was like Alexander the Great. Boom. Whatever happened in England.
for so long, like we couldn't deal with France or Spain, like for so long. Like so they've been around just as long.
It's like, you guys used to own half of Asia, but the French are too tough.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. That's
You guys are
it's
just
like.
I think their plague of Vikings was also an issue at that time.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Norway just.
So I think Norway was a little contributing factor of like why England couldn't deal with anybody.
Yeah.
We have a Jerry Berry. We get the whole gang.
England was better than the French though.
What?
England dealt with Norwegians better than the French though, right? Because you guys basically married into it.
No, the French were I mean, that's what I mean by like in my like where I'm from in France.
Yeah.
Like we were some of the original Vikings. Like France was in
that's
Norway.
what I was saying. Yeah. So there we go. Okay.
Yeah, Brittany. Yeah, the time.
How's it going, Jeremy? You sleepy?
You're late, sir.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh.
Wait.
Now you got to do the recap.
No. We already established that was going to be Cat's job.
He came super freaking late.
This was already decided though.
I don't think that happened.
I believe it is decided.
The disdain creeping into your voice, Cat.
Nonetheless, I can see everyone in Roll20 and in the Discord as well, so we might as well begin with that. So, I assume it was indeed predetermined. So, let's go on with the recap. As the last time we began, right after we have left this area. Well, not entirely. We stopped to make a stop there, but we embarked from the port of Arxester and started venturing north aboard the Eclipse.
gosh. So we're on a boat. And basically the captain said, there's like this old dude named Thomas, and he totes has a map to get us to the place that we're going. Don't know why we didn't have it originally. So we gotta stop off at this island that I'm pretty sure he's on. So we stop off at this island. And we get greeted by hobgoblins and goblins, or just goblins. And they seem really sweet, but we don't see any signs of humans. And we kind of inquire about a guy named Thomas, and they're like, yeah, we got slaves, and I'm pretty sure one of them is named Thomas. So as long as there are no wizards in our group, which there wasn't, we're okay to come in. So Nina stayed back with the captain, and we went into this place where I guess they were hosting an awesome dinner party with some friends of theirs. And serving awesome fish and fruit. They got an orange tree in the back. It's great. And we basically get to talking with them. They're really sweet. I think a few of us did some insight checks, and Bray took it upon himself to go follow Mr. Redcap, like main wizard. He's an actual wizard, main wizard of their troop, while he goes to talk to some friends. And Bray finds out that they're going to ambush us because they want to know what this map is about, and they're assuming that there's probably gold and more people to enslave. And he relays that back to Ogvar, who then relays it to us. And meanwhile, Juniper has been devouring poisoned fish or bad fish, so she's super sick and has to lay down knowing there's an ambush. But the wizard is like totes insistent that we come down to go see Thomas because he's been like missing us so much. He just is so excited to see us. He surely has that map. It's going to be great. So Ogvar is a little resistant to leaving Juniper's side. So just Locke and Brenna can't. I think Tappy stays on the beach because she doesn't like the idea of slaves. Oh yeah, and I totally forgot. Juniper was asking for corpses, and then also about taking back the slaves, and we kind of like discussed that on the beach before we came in. But anyway, so Bray and Locke decided to take it upon themselves. They know they're going to get ambushed. They go down to see the cell in hopes of finding this Thomas dude and maybe prepping for this ambush. We find out that everyone's fucking wild magic something, and we have a dragon sorcerer reincarnate, and everyone's getting fireballed to shit downstairs. Meanwhile, Juniper insists, like, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't go. I'm still sick. Eventually Ogvar is like, you know what, maybe you should fucking like lesser rest yourself. And we do that. Meanwhile, we're also getting attacked. We're still separated the entire time, and I'm trying to think. We clear everybody out. We have two guys, I think, still conscious, while a couple of zombies get raised. An unfortunate dude. Oh, they did find the map. And yeah, we're just trying to figure out shit, and that's about it. That's all I've got. I think I can remember.
Well, in the meantime, of course, can't feel free to get your inspiration from that recap. Aboard the ship, aboard the Eclipse, Nina was left behind because, first of all, she was feeling a bit dizzy, and secondly, because Ada wanted someone to stay aboard the ship to help with the crew. As the two of you, Nina and Ada, are aboard the ship, you will see someone swimming towards it. They
Oh,
seem to be a bit wounded, but not much. And it is a dragonborn that starts going on the waves. Hey, will you help me, please?
Oh, I get. At this time, Nina would probably be. She'd be in the shade of the sail, so she'd be on the right side. She'd be. She'd be sat with her fishing rod with a line cast out into the sea, with a little captain's hat almost sliding off her head, half asleep. And hearing that, she'd be like, she'd stand up and be like, what? Who are you? Are you Ada? Ada, there is a lizard person overboard. Are you okay, lizard person? Did you come from the island?
No, I came from the afterlife, from the void of eternal death. I require your aid since I have been granted a second chance in life. I wish to use it wisely.
You sound totally crazy, but I'm totally on board. You can come on board too. Ada, do you have like a ladder or some shit? A rope? This dude says he came back from death. Isn't that crazy?
Wait, you told him to come on board?
Sure, I'm first mate, right?
I suppose you are.
Or I mean, do you not want him on board? This dude's just like swimming out here in the middle of nowhere, and apparently he didn't come from the island. So I'm kind of super interested right now.
I suppose I'm on board. You're on board as well. That one is not. And I suppose I'm already a bit drunk, even though it's a bit too early, but... Yeah, okay, get him on board. What could possibly go wrong? And he will toss you some rope. I suppose you do know how to make some knots, right? I guess he's gonna fall into the sea once or twice. You'll learn eventually.
Nina throws the unknotted rope overboard, and is there something she can tie it off on, or like wrap it around nearby, like maybe the sail or something?
Yes, sure. I mean, there are a lot of places in a ship that you can tie a knot.
You better
Roll me
not.
a survival check.
A survival check. Oh my god, getting straight into it. Where's my character sheet? Didn't have it open. Here we go. Survival. You are down here. Ooh. There we go.
And you are going to make a very nice knot, and you're gonna try pulling it and make sure you're gonna be very proud of yourself, Nina. And you know how the Dragonborn is going to repay that. He's going to cast Fly and come without using it. As he sees that knot, and he sees you struggling, even though you make a very well job. See you struggling. Do not mind about it, as he tries to make a good appearance, though I understand if that doesn't make him lovable to you.
No, Nina frowns. Nina frowns and starts slowly pulling the rope back up with a little glower and says, okay, I get it. You died, you came back, you want to make a really good impression, and so you're flying and shit, which is pretty cool. But, like, I would have really appreciated if you climbed this rope, my friend. Or, well, no. New acquaintance.
Does it matter to you that much?
It does, yeah. It really does. Can you see this knot? This is, like, way better than anything Brennan's ever done. You don't know him, but he really makes a big deal of his knots.
Enjoying the little things in life, as long as you have any sense of vitality left in you. Understand that what matters is not something big like destiny. Fate is what comes first, after all. As Dracarys will go and get your rope. This is a stiff knot. Life can be granted through survival. Then, if you tie it well, it means that you know how to weave your life around the others. As she will go closer to the sea and then start climbing up once more.
the scowl on Nina's face like dissipates as he compliments her ability to manipulate her own life or whatever he just said. His, you're totally right. Like I'm great at pretty much everything I do. Living, surviving, the whole faith weaving, that too. It's great. Okay, so honestly, this is whole progressed a little fast. Do you have a name, Weird Flying Lizard Man?
As I said initially, my name now is Dracarys the Reborn.
Oh, I totally missed that. Well, my name is Nina. Very nice to meet you. You're very impressive, and I really want to know more about this whole coming back from the dead shit.
Of course. But because I don't have my belongings with me, do you have a book and a pen? I really need to write what I saw.
Oh, I don't, because I think those are lame. But my friend Ogvar, my brother-in-law, he'll totally have a book somewhere, right? Jeremy, would Ogvar have like possessions on the ship?
I suppose he'd have like a notebook.
Oh, no, that's helpful with me.
Perfect. Nina says, just wait there one moment. I'm going to root through his belongings and see if he has a book for you. Okay? And as she starts walking off towards the lower deck, she's, oh, would you like some wine or anything to drink? I imagine coming back from the dead's pretty you're probably pretty parched, right?
No. I believe one pint of wine would perhaps help me ease up from the terrifying burden of existence.
Oh, okay, well,
but just
you're
one.
going...
We need to appreciate life as we have it. I've
sure.
heard someone say that one glass of wine per day is good for oneself.
I mean, that's. I think it gets gooder the more wine that you drink. So, I'll bring up a pitcher just in case. She will quickly, excitedly run off towards the lower decks, to where where her stuff would be stored, I guess, because down at the very bottom. God, this is a big map. Goes and starts rooting through Ogvar's stuff. Grabs the notebook that's in his belongings. Gets some wine while she's there and comes running back out and says, so, wow, this is so weird. Okay, so here's your book and here's your wine. Again, more wine if you need it, no problem at all. Please, write down and tell me this whole coming back from the dead thing, because it is so weird that you just showed up swimming, out of nowhere. I wouldn't believe you if I bumped into you in the street, but I totally believe you now.
I appreciate that. The look in your eyes. You're kind-hearted. What was your name again?
My name is Nina. It's Nina Ivella, and yes, I am the most kind-hearted person you'll ever meet. I'm so kind, and I'm so interested in this how you came back from the dead shit.
As Dracarys will nod, saying that perhaps I was destined to be reborn to meet you, Nina. We might make great adventures together.
Oh, maybe, totally maybe. But so, with the whole coming back from the dead thing, did you do anything special? Did you pray to? Did you pray to anyone?
Allow me to write this down so that I don't forget any of the parts. And I believe I will be done by night time to tell you the whole story.
What? How big is this shit that you're writing? How big is this story? Could you maybe you could give me the spark notes, the fire notes?
Oh no, I think I'm starting to miss on a detail that I used to definitely remember.
Oh shit, okay, no, never mind. Shut up, I'll stay over here, please. Do you want to write upstairs or downstairs?
I'll stay here.
You'll stay here? Okay,
Where it's darker. Like the emptiness I'm embraced.
Okay, wow. Same's a little, I guess. I'll be over here. You know, just sat on the captain's bed because I'm like half the captain.
By the way, Nina, the note you did was a really nice one. Very good.
Oh, it
I
really
remember
was,
it.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Thank
the
you.
same my father did when he committed suicide.
Ooh. Wow, I'm really sorry to hear that.
No, we are alive, and that is what matters.
We as in you and your dad, or we as in me and you?
No, my dad is dead. Definitely
He,
dead.
he didn't come back, no?
No, apparently it doesn't run in the family.
Oh, well, that sucks to hear.
All right,
It did.
go away now.
Okay.
Go away.
Yeah, no, totally. Okay, I'll be over here. I'll be just in here. Nina's just sat there wondering how lucky she is that apparently she has met someone who has come back from the dead.
And right up here, we are back in the island, just as most of the goblins are down. This one has surrendered and is obviously not willing to do anything against you, as he sees enraged Locke turning to calm down, everyone aiming his weapons at this one, and some zombies that have been reasoned by Juniper. As the booyah, that little goblin turns to Juniper and says, "Don't make me a zombie, please. Oh, look at how ugly they are now."
Aw, that's not very nice. You
I
guys are
don't
sure
believe they
mean.
understand.
I think they understand. Look at them, they're so sweet.
Yeah, right. Yes, of course, I agree. Yes. So what was it that you wanted? This island. I have heard about a friend of yours, Thomas, you said earlier, but as you saw down below, they were all dead. So, is there any other way to help you? Because I want my life? Please?
Just go look over to Bray. What did we want?
I already have what we came here for.
Oh,
This one is
there,
useless to us.
we got everything. Why did we keep him alive?
No. I am very useful alive. I'm very useful for many things.
But you're kind of mean. You just said that my guys don't look very good, and then you guys tried to kill us. And I'm pretty sure it was you who called me a hag.
Hug. I meant
Was
I
it?
want to give you a hug.
I'm pretty sure it was you. She's just like squinting, just glaring at him.
I have some gold. I
I
know
don't want your
magic.
gold. I don't need your magic.
I'm very funny if you let me in your ship, perhaps. Yes, I can be the funny guy in your ship. I know
We don't
how
have
to
enough
play
room on our
the
ship,
bagpipe.
One of those. Tappy, she's on the beach.
and we already
you
have
see
a full
her?
ship. There's no room for you.
I can stay here and somehow live amongst the stench of those corpses. I don't like
how
this,
long,
but I prefer from dying.
How long have they been dead before we even got here?
Oh, that's a good question.
The several time frames. The most recent ones died just a week ago, but the killings have started happening since it could be over 4 months.
You killed them?
Not me, of course, not me. I'm a good goblin. Please.
No, you're not. You totally started this stuff, and I know it was you who called me a hag.
No, it was this guy, Fredgon. Fredgon was a bit insane, but he was very charismatic. He manipulated us into doing all this. Yes, he told us that if we can get several humanoids to work for us, then we would have no work to do, and obviously we agreed it made sense, but then, when people obviously don't like to be enslaved, they started rebelling, and he said, Fredgon, there is another way. We don't have to have them alive. If we make enough sacrifices, a certain someone from places very far away can grant us the strength to manipulate them even after death. He never reached that point, but that's what he did, and I did not agree at all. Note it down, please. I see you have a book, sir. Write it down that I said that. But I could not exactly go away. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Swim back to Arcester?
You guys could have had your own rebellion. You're like, how many to what? Clearly, you were fine with it.
I started writing pamphlets, but I mean, I required time.
What? You started using pamphlets?
I started writing some on my own. Perhaps I could have used, but oh my, they got all burned during the fireball I shooted previously. What a shame.
So wait, who's this guy he was talking about?
No, I mean, I was typing some pamphlets to use in order for people to learn about
I'm talking about the guy
Fredgon.
he said. Yeah, but so he said that he was killing sacrifices for who on what island?
Yeah, so Fredgon was that kind of bald guy with the white hair that you talked earlier on top of the walls? And he was starting a guy. You could say that he's not exactly a guy, more like an entity. A bad entity, a very bad one. Very bad.
What's his name?
Its name.
Its name.
Name. I don't remember its name, but I'm pretty sure that it was something. What do they call them? Not the devils, the other kind.
Demons?
Demon. Demon. I mean, he didn't present it so bad. It's a demon, okay? Demons are not as bad as devils. Devils are the worst, right?
I guess so.
Yes,
Argonder,
you
thank
guessed
you for
correctly.
following.
You have very good instincts.
Sure do. What were you gonna say, Akbar?
Ogvar picks up this small zombie by its scruff. Is it this one? This was one of the more important zombies that Juniper raised.
No, not this guy. This was the first in command, but I believe his second in command, Fredgon, was the one behind all this.
Where did you guys come from?
Oh, several places, actually. Glad that you asked. I mean, this was a place that was mostly gathered through some guards, and we wanted to live an honest life, so there was these pamphlets and higher agencies that we searched about, and then I got my cousin, and my cousin brought his own brother and cousin, and you know how it goes like. And we ended up being mostly goblins, some bugbears here and there, and some other humanoids. These people that wanted this place wanted to really give us a second chance. They were very good.
How does that? So you just made a new life by enslaving other people?
Well, to be fair, the job was kind of a joke. I mean, the payment was so little that even when we had free time, we weren't able to do anything, and we couldn't put money away for vacation since we were paid so little. They just looked for goblins and folk like us to take advantage of in payment because nobody would hire us. So, yeah, we ended up just working here 24 hours a day, almost always 7 times a week. And
Your food's so bad. How did you survive?
No, the
I
cook.
almost died.
Hey, My friends are down, but I still have a soul. Please.
So
I'm not
you
trying to be mean.
you didn't get paid enough, so these
You
people
enslave
that
people?
offered you like the ability to get paid for work instead of enslaving you, you enslaved.
But it was a
Instead of, like,
scam, I'm telling you.
Asking for like a raise.
You just stooped to their level. And then, wasn't this place occupied before you guys?
Hey, wait, just a minute. Turns to you. Can we do that? Are we allowed to ask for a raise?
Yeah, if you like, talk to people.
Huh?
If like the
Ow.
first choice you have is to, speak to someone instead of enslaving them.
I'll keep that in mind for next time.
I'm not sure there will be one.
What are you guys? What are you people exactly? I mean, I know I'm not the strongest person in the world. I'm not naive enough to think so.
We're
But
here
you-
to offer pamphlets of Millstone and to recruit people.
Please, I don't want to be underpaid once more. If you're searching for easy warriors, I prefer death over it.
Well,
Well, I
welcome
don't
to
think
the
we're
club
looking for
where your
slavers
friends
either.
are. We're gonna be using those.
What is Millstone and why? What undead? What? How are you summoning undead like that?
You know, it's a special secret.
I don't think Millstone's for you.
Well, I don't think he's that. I mean, I feel like we could give him a second chance, right?
Technically,
Long
a third.
A third chance.
I don't know what this Millstone is, but I'm willing to choose life. Can you tell me more about it? I mean, oh my god, I have so much to do here. Do you know what happens to people that have devoted themselves to demons when they die? Because I don't. I don't want them to turn all like your zombie-like friends. I mean, they are beautiful, of course, but I just will not feel safe at night if I have them around. Perhaps.
Oh.
Juniper, can I talk to you for a second?
Mm-hmm.
As you go away, the Buja will turn to Locke and Brennan and say, "So these two are in command. Tough life, obeying their orders, right?"
Not at all.
Oh,
We trust them.
they pay good?
They don't pay us at all.
Ah, you see, that's why I didn't want to come to what you said, Millstone. I don't want to be
That's
underpaid again.
That's between our group. For you, there might be work, honest work. If you if
Yeah.
you refuse to kill a gun, because right now, he'll turn his head to Lupo, and then look back at the goblin and say, "She's pretty hungry, and she likes to eat killers."
No, look, that wolf, it's adorable. I don't see any way that it would want to eat me. Ah! Go away, dog. As Lupa will just make a small step forward. So, I take it back. Lupa's cherry.
I really don't want this guy anywhere near it. What's to say he won't just decide he's getting underpaid again and fucking enslave Millstone and find
Well-
whatever people he wants to scrounge up.
He said he didn't know that that was a possibility, and the only reason they said that they did it was because they were, not finding jobs because who they were. I don't know. Then he could go work with the other goblins at the springs, and that's run by themselves, right? No?
I don't know.
I guess I feel kind of bad, just like just, well, what do we do with him if we don't let him stay? He's not gonna have anywhere to go, and then he would just turn back to his weird life of enslaving people when it's convenient for him because it pays better.
But he's not enslaving people. They've killed all their slaves weeks ago, and he didn't do anything about it.
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Okay. Well, what do we do with him then?
I don't know.
Gotta find out, right? Are we just gonna leave him here?
Do you think Kaina could watch after him? I don't know.
Of course, it's Kaina.
I really don't think that this guy is.
I know, Akbar, and I trust your instincts. You're probably right. I don't know. I'm not a very good judgment. We saw how this went, and I was really accepting of them. So I'm sure you're right. But then that just begs the question, what do we do with them?
Yeah, but like now he knows about Millstone, and I don't know
Huh?
what he'll do with that information. I don't know. This is hard.
You know what? I bet Locke would really know what to do. Maybe you should go ask him. You know, you guys, you two, you've dealt with this stuff before, like the last situation. You should go ask him. He, you know.
Okay. All right. Ogvar will walk back, and he'll poke Locke on the shoulder. Can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah, no, certainly. Just trying to clean up. What's up?
What should we like? What should we do with him?
Well,
I know that Millstone is supposed to be like a redeeming place, but all of this, I don't know if he could be, and I don't know if I want him to even know about it.
well, there's 3 options right now. One, we can just leave him here and we leave, and he's just gonna do what he's used to because he's got nothing else. 2, we can just kill him, being no better than they are, because he surrendered. He had that much wherewithal. 3, bring him aboard, see possibly what the captain might say, drop him off at the next port, give him the fucking chance. I mean, you know, they had numbers here. He's just him himself. He was smart enough to surrender and not fucking die and be ripped apart. Yeah, maybe he'll do something new. I mean, besides, your fucking orcs, even though they were influenced, they were still running around killing people, right? They're building Millstone right now, so...
Absolutely.
Not to be... I don't mean to be so fucking blunt like that, but...
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'm just scared of what he might do knowing about Millstone. I don't know.
Well, I'd hate to think what kind of fighters your orc family are if all of them get beaten by one fucking goblin. But, if anything, if we take him aboard, the second mate will take over personal security watch of him, so we won't try anything fucking squirrely, but I'm all about second chances because we've gotten more than second chances in our fucking year together, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just my thought.
and Akbar will walk back.
So, what are we gonna do with him?
I think he should head back with us or to the atolls, at the very least. See what if he wants to change at all. He said he made pamphlets, but
Hey, you.
Hey,
What's your name?
my name. Ripton. Ripton. Yeah. Ripton. Ripton is my name.
All right, we'll go with that. All right, so 4 questions for you, Rickton. 1, when I was all red and shit, did you enjoy that?
No, I did not. We
Good.
didn't even get to the good part of not working. We never managed that, so it was only bad.
Yeah, that was a follow-up to my second question. Did you like what you were doing here?
Sorry, can you repeat that, Locke?
Did you like what you were doing on this island?
No, not at all. It was all work and nothing interesting. Because I don't have a problem with working, but I need an incentive. Money, for example, or something that I can use.
All right. Question 3. Do you want to die?
No, kind sir, I would really like not to die, if possible.
All right. So my 4th question is going to be yes or no question. I don't need anything fucking else from you. The intent is to take you on ship. Be at the captain's discretion what happens to you, but we're going to drop you off at the next port. And if you're smart enough, like you were, to surrender and not die, and possibly make a life for yourself that actually is beneficial to you, money-wise, comfort-wise. And I want you to understand that if we get you on ship, if you do fucking anything squirrely while you're on there, your name, Ripton's gonna be written on a piece of wood and tossed overboard with your dead body. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do, sir. I do.
All right, big guy, let's go.
Can I ask something, please?
Yeah.
This place. Several of the people here, I can understand they were not the best people. But some others were truly misguided like I was. The bugbears, especially, they were really kind souls, but they were really abused because of the fact that they did not have any magic in them. I see that you managed to raise some of my friends, though at a not so convenient form. Are you truly, and turns to Juniper, capable of resurrecting the dead? Can you bring any of my friends back? I could tell you for certain the best people in here. I wouldn't raise a scum, someone that would rip off its promises.
I'm so sorry, but what I do is it's not the same as your friends. They're not. Their souls have moved on, and I'm just borrowing their bodies.
I see. And there are some boats here, small ones, not like your ship. Our sister is not that far away. But if I am to prove that I won't do anything of ill intent in the future, I believe the first thing I could start with is burying my friends, lighting up their corpses. There are many here. That should take time. Leave me be. I suppose this should be the punishment for the crimes that I've done. I need to take care of this by myself.
Well, that doesn't seem reasonable. We can help. It's the least we could do after doing that.
It's up to you. I mean, my life is hanging by a thread and you're holding it, so. Can I start?
Be my guest.
Yeah, go ahead.
And everyone will start taking goblins. He doesn't seem especially strong, so that will definitely take him time, one by one, to gather them around.
Well, I guess that means, nothing for me.
Well, he said some of the goblins.
Yeah, there were. He said there were like specific ones that were evil, like that wizard one or whatever.
Well, to be
Yeah.
fair, he's just gathering them all, so you can do anything with it.
Well, I'm definitely searching the sage.
Mm-hmm. And as you search in there, you will see some pretty costly items. Not something magic, but you will see that the rod that this one is having is a pretty ornate one that should be worth more than 200, 300 gold pieces. Perhaps even more if you find the proper one to sell it. It seems like to be an antique from some old wizard. So you can assume that this belonged to perhaps a museum or something of that sort.
Mm-hmm. Stuffs in his pack, I guess.
And you will see that the Ribbon will gather all of those corpses outside as you'll have your boat pulled, and on the other side of this island you'll see a bugbear that, due to the loss of blood, has dropped unconscious. It's most likely gonna survive this, but it tried to escape earlier but dropped unconscious in there. That's the second survivor from this island.
Hmm.
So what's your course of action?
Oh, you mean this one up on the top right, BG?
Yes, I mean this one here.
Tappy shot him in RP.
Oh, you did? Okay, I must have missed that one. Let's pull that up here as well. I mean, Tappy could easily do that. That's no trouble at all. So yeah, Ribbon is the only one that fails. This process will take hours. If you want to leave the island, you can do so. If you want to wait, you can do so. If you want to help Ribbon, you can do so as well. All of these are valid choices.
EG, can Brayden search the bodies for like any, like, I don't know, anything useful, like gold or any like food or something like that?
You can do so. You will search 1 and 2 corpses that are more apparent, and you will notice that all of them have a little bit in them, but not much. We're talking about mostly silver and copper pieces, just aiding to the idea that they were being very underpaid aboard this.
Can Tapi check investigate this room?
Yes, sure. Roll me an investigation check.
All right. Beep.
All right. So as you start searching this one, you will notice that this should belong to Fredgon, as you will see some writing that is in a tongue that is pretty hard for most people. You do not understand it, but you've seen it quite sometimes to understand what it is, and it is the Abyssal tongue. There is a book that has Abyssal script in it.
As in, that isn't good. I'll grab that book. Is there anything of value in here?
Not something of value, unfortunately. I mean, there are a lot of straps around, some coins, copper, stuff, rusty daggers, and a lot of very ill-conditioned stuff.
Okay. This is a pretty. This is a well-fortified place. Like, it's an island with a castle. Can Tappy leave some sort of token behind? And because like she is a knight, so like maybe have other Fae come here and set up an outpost.
So, I mean, they told you that it used to be just an outpost for passing ships, and the goblins were meant to operate it. It doesn't seem to have anything different than the unearthed sigils and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it might make good for a like a good ocean. No, never mind.
I mean, it's a nice place, of course. So what do you want to do exactly?
I want to like leave behind maybe a token of Titania and just like have other Fae come here to make it like a forward operating base.
All right. That most possibly, as you do that and say a very small kind of prayer, more like an incantation, sorry, and with them you and Riven will mostly have gathered most of those, and you will see him that he's about to light a fire. Juniper, is there something you want to do before he does so?
I want to collect all the human bodies, or I was hoping we'd collect all the human bodies and then whatever bodies aren't his friends I'd borrow.
Okay. So
Borrow. Like I'm giving it back.
There
I'm
are
gonna take.
there are 4 human bodies.
Does he have any goblin friends he really disliked?
Sure. It seems that he does have a lot of friends, some siblings, some cousins. There are some acquaintances, and some other that he doesn't get well with. But would you ask the goblin precisely if there are some people that he doesn't want, or something like that?
Yeah, she'll kind of like look over it and be like, "You did a really good job. Does any of them you don't like? That maybe you want vengeance on? Whoever didn't pay you well? Is there anybody you want to split a pile of? Hey, these are the guys I like, and these are the guys I definitely don't like."
Suppose is for making them zombies as well?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I'll say this. If I am to do good in this world, I must assume that some people that I also liked might have devoted themselves to these dark forces. And I don't want to risk their bodies just floating around. It might turn bad. But I can tell you this for sure. The bugbears, none of them was up for this plan, so they were a bit kind-hearted, and I believe that you could use them.
Oh no. Wait, the bugbears were not part of the plan? Like they were kind of good?
Oh,
They were manipulated the most, like foot soldiers that they are. They were
Aw.
strong, but they were not as strong as the magic of the Booyah.
Oh. Okay. It was a bugbear that hugged me, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I believe that was
There's
the
also
one.
a bugbear
There
that tried to murder you.
Okay. Thank you. I think.
Ripton will nod as he starts lighting up a pretty big flame. All the corpses. He will set some stones around to control it not getting further away and dealing real damage to the rest of the island.
So, guys, does this mean we're just gonna then let him stay here?
I thought he was coming along.
Okay. I just thought that he basically said he's gonna exile himself on this island, so I just wanted to clarify.
No. He just wanted us to not help him with the bodies.
What he said exactly, out of character at the very least, was, yep, he would take this as an opportunity to burn all the corpses to make sure that nothing bad happens, and then he would take one of the little boats and head back to Arxter if you allowed him to do so.
Got it.
But that's up to you. You get to choose for this goblin's future. Out of character, you do have one free space in the ship that you know of, but that's assuming you don't keep Dracarys, but you don't know that he's headed there.
wait, we have a free space?
You have a free space if you don't keep Dracarys. It's either for Dracarys or Ripton or someone else.
If I may, I don't know if we talked about this, but there is always the springs that we can send up to. I mean, it is Goblin Rotten. He can always.
This place was
I don't
also-
know.
I don't know.
Yes, but
None of those
if the
goblins
goblins
at
are
the
already
springs
ready.
had magic, did they?
No, I don't believe so.
Well, that instantly puts this guy right above them in power. I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's got his own way to go apparently. So
Yes, he let them go.
Tappy? And she just starts yelling for Tappy. Where's Tappy? Tappy!
Can I do a check for this room real quick? See if there's any like food or ropes or useful supplies.
Don't roll me a check, I'll give your previous one. You will get that amongst this place there are some rotten rations, but also there are some pretty fresh ones that you could keep. And since there are some nice food that has been caught in the day, there is some very fresh fish that you could feast upon perhaps later on. But other than that, you will not find anything of importance. And in the other room, because I suppose you were for quite some time as Ripton did it by himself, that's both for Tappy and the rest, you will find several sets of weapons. If you want any kind of mundane weapon, you can equip yourself from here because it has almost all types of them. But not magical, obviously.
Let's see. Tappy will head back to the rest of the group. She'll hand Ogvar the book written in Abyssal. Hey, I found this. Seems rather ominous. I don't know the language, but
I've got something I can figure it out with.
Can I take a look?
Sure.
Let's look it over. Oh, I thought it looked familiar. No, it doesn't. Lucky, you want to take a look?
What, the book?
Yeah? You like to read, right?
Guess it depends, but sure.
She'll hand it to you.
Oh,
And
yeah, I can read this. What is it?
What does it say?
What does it say?
you do know Abyssal?
I do. Nina taught it to me.
Nice one.
Ooh.
So, as you see this, there is no title. This is not exactly a book. It's a notebook. It greatly reminds you of the wizard book that Ogvar keeps with him at most times. It has the same feeling as you surround, and it's very nicely decorated all around for someone of that size. It's also pretty small, as you take care to not scratch any of the papers on it. But as you open it, you understand that there is this kind of ominous writing, as all of it is in Abyssal. And other than it being in Abyssal, there is several mentions to strange kind of experiments that were done to those humanoids. You can understand that those people down below were murdered by the same person. The others were up to the plan, but the one who committed the murders was solely Fredgon. And it describes the ways that he killed each and every one of them in an attempt to become a devotee to Orcus. Many abilities were granted to Fredgon, but he didn't reach the point of being able to animate the dead or give them any semblance of life as he intended at first.
Well, seems like a fun little diary of that big mage guy who was in charge here. This book basically details exactly how he killed everyone as almost like a sacrifice to try to get more power from some guy named Orcus. Something named Orcus.
Oh, that doesn't sound very familiar. Akbar, do you know?
Pretty sure we've like encountered information about Orcus before, so would Ogvar know?
Over at the farm, we got a
Yeah.
big lore dump about him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's like he's a demon lord, right, EG?
He's a demon lord, as I said. The Prince of Undeath is his title.
Yeah, he apparently this Fredgon fellow really wanted to learn about escaping death, or at least getting rid of it.
Yeah, and this fucko apparently was trying to reach some higher level of magic to try to do what Junes can do, so not as strong as you.
Yeah, I kind of sad that you gotta go to another guy to figure shit out. Just to raise the dead.
Well, it seems like that was the only fucko who was killing everyone, so yeah.
Man, what was he gonna do with everybody? He was just gonna have like some undead army or something? Is that a thing?
Ripton will look at you, Jennifer, in the distance. He will say, I don't know exactly his plan, but he wanted undead warriors. I believe that's what he really intended.
But yes, there have been lots of people who use undead, especially in armies. They
Oh,
they don't disobey orders. They don't need food or rest. They're very useful.
oh, so where are people like that? Do they all have to be following Orcus or whatever his name is?
I don't believe so.
Is it well-known knowledge, BG, that Volthan is a necromantic territory?
Sorry, didn't understand exactly that.
Is it well-known knowledge to like the rest of Tizeria that Volthan is a necromantic territory? Or
Yeah,
is that specific to the
that's.
Necromans?
But that's just all everyone knows about Vathan. It's just the territory of necromancers, and they are just scared to go closer to it.
I mean, I'd assume some place like Volthan would have something like that.
Boston? Is that somewhere we could visit?
I wouldn't plan on it soon. I mean, it's kind of dangerous. They don't really like outsiders because of what they do.
Oh, would they like me?
Actually, yeah, maybe. Possibly.
So it wouldn't be that dangerous, right?
I guess. I don't know.
It'd be kind of cool to meet other people who could do what I do. I mean, not like those that have to like worship and sacrifice people, but
So, are we heading back to the ship?
Before doing so, Juniper, are you going to use any necromancy on the bugbears and the humans left here or not?
I was gonna bring their bodies back to the ship and do it on the ship, if that's okay. If I have to do it here, I can do that too.
Well, we haven't even asked permission yet.
I mean, it's definitely doable, but it would be a lot more strainful, you know. A bit better to carry them all one by one towards the ship. You need to get on boats and navigate the boats back to the ship once more, and you know, that stuff.
Ogvar can, you know, I have a spell. Ogvar can cast a floating disc and take a bunch of people over the water if need be.
So floating this would take. How much is 500 pounds in terms of their weight? Let's see.
How malnourished are they?
Okay, I suppose the average weight of an average person would be. Okay, 500 pounds is about 3 people per floating disc. All right, that works actually.
I could do that. People don't mind the time, at least.
Okay. It still follows you, so you would get. That will not make the job entirely easy, but it will help a lot, as you will get some on the rowboat and some on the floating disc sitting behind you, and would lessen the amount of trips to 2 or 3 perhaps back and towards the boat.
Yeah, Ogvar just stares at I guess 3 of these bodies, and over the course of a couple minutes, they'll just start rising off the ground as if there's a plane under them.
Mm-hmm.
It just floats.
Good question. In regards to Ripton, are you taking him with you, or are you letting him go back to Arxester?
Out of character, should we bring this guy along? I don't.
Up to.
In Braze Past, with something like this, the normal action would be trash all the boats that they could get off of, and just strain them on the island. And if they were to survive, they were to survive. But that's.
I understand, but I think our choices were like bring
Let
him
him-
on the boat with us that we chose to, or have him sail back without our supervision at all.
I
Back
mean,
to, shore.
it's been 2 days for us since Arxester, and we have a very large. If he goes on a sailboat, he's not making it to Arxester. There's no way
That's
he's
just-
making that journey on a rowboat.
Yeah, but that's not
Okay.
that's not the group's problem. Like that's just
Eh.
the world's problem.
Oh yeah. I mean, if he stays, he'll probably just be killed by the Fae Tappy summoned. Oh, that's harsh.
I mean, Bray's opinion is to just leave him here unsupervised. I mean, if he is able to get back to Arakash, I mean, good for him. That's a 2-day trip on a rowboat, but
So,
But
Tappy
if
will.
he does make it back, then it's
then we let him live. Would he
a
have a
sorcerer
vengeance
that could
against
like
us?
blow people up at any point. I don't know.
Tappy will look at like the pile of burning bodies, and she looks around like slightly confused. What happened to the ones that I spared?
What are you talking about?
There was one on the beach, right where Lupa is. He asked me to spare him, and for some reason I obliged. What happened to him?
Didn't see a goblin. You were the one that was out here on the beach. I don't know.
Tappy looks at the fire for a few seconds and just wonders.
But yeah. So Brennan, do you think should we bring him with us? I mean, if he does manage to get back, like over this time, like I don't know. Wouldn't it be better to bring him with us so we know that he's not, that he's actually trying to change, that he's trying to be better? So
But
just
why would
sending
that
him
be
back
our
to kill
problem?
people?
If he says that he's going to change, he's going to change. If he doesn't, that's not on us. That's because he could not change and do what he promised.
I understand that's not on us, but that's on everyone that he might hurt when he comes back.
Ogvar, the world is a cruel place. If it's not him, it's going to be somebody else.
Hey, friendly, thanks for raiding with a party of 4.
That doesn't make any sense at all, Brandon. I don't understand that. Why would we choose to let someone be a bad person? Why would we like let him
It's
go
not
back and hurt
letting
people?
them choose to be a bad person. It's trusting them to be a good one.
Howdy do.
I don't fucking know. You're the captain. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bodies. Pretty good.
I say we leave him here. But that's what I believe. At the end of the day, the captain has to decide if he's even allowed on the ship. That is not any of our call, except for Captain Nadark.
No, he says he wants to, row back to shore. So let's let him do that.
Yeah, these were slavers.
We can fully trust this guy
They
that
tried to
tried
stab
to
us in
murder
the
us.
back.
I mean, Ogvar, play this scenario out. Imagine Captain Nadark says no. So we just have this goblin on a rowboat stuck in the middle of the sea. What do you want to do with him there? Either
What
way,
do you
he might
mean?
get
It's
stuck up.
exactly the same situation as if we went there, and it's exactly the same situation as if we just let him go off and rowed towards the shore.
Exactly. So there might
Okay.
be no difference anyway.
Excellent.
Okay.
So that'd be doing one option, and then if it fails, then we have the other one to fall back on. Otherwise, we're just setting him off on what I think is the worst option. I'm just gonna say it. Again,
Then
this
let's bring him
is
along.
your prerogative. We can send him off.
Then let's bring him along and see what happens. And I personally, I don't feel comfortable to have this person by our side for the next few months, if that's tell you the truth. But
Which
if
is
you feel
exactly
better,
why I don't feel comfortable sending him back to shore. But
so you feel
if
more
don't feel
comfortable having him. Okay, I'm not
then
gonna argue
let's send
with
him
you,
off.
Ogvar.
I don't want him to bring on the ship if you don't feel comfortable. Ripton, there's a oh, right there.
Ogvar, I'm sorry. I don't mean to argue with you. It's just I'm just trying to tell you what my point of view. I'm sorry.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to understand.
Well,
There seems to be like 5 boats here, or 6 boats. You can take one of those and go back to shore like you said you wanted.
thank you. Appreciate that.
Should
Just
we?
please, there are people that will pay you fairly.
With all these bodies and undead, I don't know if there's enough room on the main boat. Should we perhaps take 1 or 2 of these robots? You know, use them as storage, throw them behind the main ship?
Sure. Ripton, there's a couple of goblins on top of a mountain that have been working on a spring. They'd probably pay you a good wage.
On what mountain?
What's
Solar
Solar
Mountain.
Peak.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I have not said that in so long.
Ripton will nod. All right. I hope you're right. I'll put my faith in that.
Just try, please. That's all I ask.
Ripton will nod and will just sit down, just watching his French Bernard. You can see a tear dropping through its eyes.
Oh.
Aw.
Feel no remorse. Trying to fucking kill us. So yeah, I guess we're
And
kicking off.
as this happens, Brennan, you will see all the pulse of the undead. Well, the dead for the time being. Will be like, there is no chance all this can make it to the ship. I mean, you can read that, but the thing can hold as cargo up to half a ton. Perhaps a little bit more. But still, even if you count this as cargo, since they're not passengers, they don't have to eat or anything, there will be an issue if you take all these.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We just
Hey, should we, like,
we stack them.
Talk to the captain before we bring all these, like, because like, once we do, it's just gonna be in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the
The rowboats.
the rowboats. Like we just stick them in the rowboats and then trawl the rowboats behind the main ship.
Which is
I understand,
yeah.
but we also need to ask the captain before we just spring a bunch of corpses
Oh,
on him.
entirely.
You think
Yeah,
she'll
she
be
says-
scared?
Definitely.
Oh.
Yeah.
She might just not like the smell.
I could, or you could, we could both help with that, right?
Yeah, for like a minute at a time, or an hour, so.
Skeletons don't have a smell, or not a very but strong smell, but
Well, these aren't skeletons, these are fully rotting bodies.
I mean you could turn them into skeletons.
Yeah, I guess we could eat babies too, but I don't really have that sort of appetite.
Well, I wasn't intending on raising the humans. Should we just bury them here then? Would that make it easier? I just thought it'd be better for them if they were like, I don't know, back somewhere friendlier, not a place where they were in agony. But I understand if we can't, like, you know, bring them because it's not enough space.
I can, if you wish, consecrate the burial. Like the same way I did at the house.
Is that a good thing?
Yes, it helps the souls to be at peace.
Oh. Well, Brennan, it's up to you.
I mean, like I said, with all this situation, it's all up to the captain. I can't make the decisions because it's not my ship. It's the captain's ship. I can't make these kinds of decisions for us. I'm not supposed to bring anybody with us. It's just what the captain decides.
That's it. Perhaps we should ask her.
And that goes for Ripton too. I'm not opposed to bringing him with us if that's what the group feels. It's just, it's up to the captain.
I totally understand. I just meant, like, if you were saying that she might be scared and bringing these bodies is, like, too much for the ship. The 4 humans, I was just trying to give them a proper burial. I thought we could bring them back with us. If it'll make it easier, I guess we can use Tappy and give him a burial here before we leave.
I'm not opposed to that idea, no.
Akbar?
But I don't know, it's your bodies.
Okay, Tappy, would you help me with that? Just the humans? I guess that'll only make it like, what, 7 goblins to bring? And how far away is the ship? Could we possibly... Akbar, could you possibly reach out to them? And see if you can ask from here instead of going back and forth?
Is the ship 120 feet away, BG?
No, it's definitely a bit more, not much more than that. But perhaps you could swim a little and then try doing so.
Can you send Croak? Maybe?
I could. I'm not sure what he'd do. I could give him like a letter and I could put like a checkbox saying yes or no on it, I guess.
I think that's a really good idea, actually, Akbar. You're so smart.
Okay. Do you wanna write the note? We could put it like in a little bottle.
I think your handwriting's a little bit more legible than mine.
You can tell me what to say. I'm not good with words.
Dear Miss Captain Lady,
Dear Miss Captain Lady.
Can I bring some dead bodies along?
I bring some corpses along.
And oh wait, I mean, for raising, is that okay with you? Are you gonna be scared? Yes or
And
no?
It scratches out a little bit and then writes it back down. For raising, or you know, to bury later. Is that okay with you? And then he'll put
And
2
don't-
boxes at the bottom that say
With-
yes. and
This
no.
woman's
Ogvar.
gonna get this letter and just be like, "What the fuck?"
Agvad, please don't forget to mention that we have ships. We have boats that we can troll them in and tow them in behind the boat.
Alright,
Oh
um,
yeah,
our
P.S.
boat.
We
Yeah,
got
I'll-
boats.
He makes an addendum at the bottom of the page. P.S. We have about 5 extra boats that we can tow behind the regular one. I'm not sure how that actually works with nautics, but I don't think that'd be great. But we have them.
And P.S.S. Hi, Nina.
Robert doesn't write that.
Oh my god.
And he stuffs it in a bottle and plugs Croak's mouth hole with it and throws him into the water to go to the ship.
Alright, interesting plan, that little one. It should work, it will take some time, but at the very least you won't have to make a lot of courses around.
Bye, Croak. Have fun. Come back with an answer.
I guess eventually, if a shark doesn't come up and gobble Croak whole, he will approach the ship, and you'll just hear a soft right.
Let's go back at the ship to see how this will go.
Perfectly. I don't see what could go wrong.
Us.
Eaten by a shark.
Croak will emerge on top of this. Will be, well, not go on top of it. As Ada will see. What in the... Wait, do I know you? Ada will look at the frog and will yell downwards towards Nina. Nina? Can you remind me? Did you have a wolf or a frog?
Oh, hearing Ada call down, Nina's gonna like dart up from her like board reclining on this bed as she's watching Dracarys write in Ogvar's notebook. She stands up and with urgency will make her way from the boring depths of the ship back up to the top, saying, "Oh no, I'm coming, I'm on my way. Oh, thank you for saving me. Oh, the dude was so exciting, but then he just kept writing, and it was like, oh, it was like 20 times more boring than watching Ogvar write. Oh, and she gets to the top to of the stairs to Ada and says, "Oh, so Brennan has a wolf, right? But Ogvar has a Juniper has Croak, who's a beautiful little toad. But so he's Ogvar's too. He's Ogvar's too. Is he here? Is the frog here?"
Haven't you heard it? It's all going like Regis, all the time. And it's
well-
in the sea. Whoa, they are not native to the ocean, are they? How the...
Nina looks around the deck and then glances over the side and says, "Well, I was downstairs, so I didn't hear, of course. Or no, but that's totally Croak. What's he doing down there?" Would Nina or Ada, because Nina's going to look towards the island, seeing now that Croak's washed up near the side of the boat. Would we notice like the plume of smoke from all these bodies being burnt?
I mean, yeah, by now you will see it.
By the way, there's
Oh,
no
okay.
context on the sheet saying that we had a fight.
Okay, well, Croak's here. We need to fish him out the water. I don't know why he's here, but he is. And yes, he's totally Ogvar and Junipers. This is weird, though. I mean, I didn't realize he could swim so good. How do we get him up? Do you have like a bucket or something?
Yeah, we just go there and take it. Just dive in, and as he says that,
No.
and goes to push you, she will stumble herself, being drunk at seas, and Ada will fall into the water.
Okay, you get what you deserve. You try and shove me, there you go. You can swim okay, right? You're a ship person.
As Ada is there, whoa, whoa. When I woke up in the morning, didn't expect that to happen. Ah, damn it, I'm here, though. Here, little Cody Froggy. What's up? How does it even work?
Scowls.
He's like ultra magic or something. Like he can just poof and appear. So I don't know why he's swimming. Maybe he got lost. You know, I still have the rope still tied up here, and Nina will will throw the nat 20 rope that's tied to the mast back overboard for Ada. Not knotted though, so enjoy the climb.
And what am I supposed to do with the frog? Am I supposed to? Does he talk?
No, he doesn't. I mean, he can't. I talked to him once or twice, and he was a total asshole. Honestly, he was such a queen. You should, you know, just that thing that you do sometimes where you pick something up with the hands that you have that have thumbs. You pick him up and you bring him up here, and we see what's up with him.
Okay, and Ada will pick up the croc. We'll start gathering, grabbing the rope, and she will make it slowly yet steadily. As she will toss croc into you, Nina, being all soaky wet, as she will go do whatever you have to do. I don't like this fire on that island.
Nina's not very good at catching, so Croak just like hits her in the chest and falls to the ground, and then she leans down and picks him up.
Damage.
Croak dies. No.
Oh, look at you, Croak, and she gives him like a little squeeze, like she used to do, like he's a stress ball, like just. I know you said you really don't like the squeezing, but I can't resist. You're so adorable, you little thing. What's up? What's the matter? You say that Croak's got a huge bottle in his gullet. When you say gullet,
Yes.
is that like in his stomach or like in his mouth?
In his throat.
In his throat. Is it visible?
I mean, it's pretty visible.
It's pretty
It's a
visible.
toad
Okay.
with a bottle in his mouth.
Okay, Ada, I know you didn't see this probably, but you really should have. Maybe you should drink more, so you build up a tolerance. He has a giant bottle in his mouth. Oh, is it a message in the bottle I've heard? Or is it a ship in the bottle? Did they send us a souvenir from the island? Are they having like a barbecue or something? And will like squeeze Croak to try and like wring the bottle out of his throat.
Read me the
Come on.
message.
Come on, little guy, you can do it. She like takes the bottle out and unscrews the top and pulls the little letter out. What does the letter say?
I definitely remembered it to heart.
I think the main context of it all. Say it's okay if you don't say it heart by heart.
Is it cool if we bring corpses along? We have a way to drag them behind the ship, if that's even a thing that you can do on a boat.
Okay, so I think Ogvar wrote this because there are no like little kissies or anything. So I'll read this out to you, Ada, because I think this is for you. Even though I'm like half the captain, it's not. It doesn't say like "love you, Nina" or anything like that. So, dear Captain Ada, is it okay if we bring some? No. Is it okay if we have a ship tied to the back of our ship with some corpses on it? That's what it says.
No. Wait a moment. So we'll take a flask and drink a little bit. What the fuck?
I know, right? He's so weird, isn't he? He's like the weirdest person ever. This, you know, oh, it really makes you wonder, you know, how he caught Juniper's weird eyes. He's so strange. Although, actually, I guess it totally fits because she's like a totally weirdo too. She's a total freak. Okay, but so we like collecting corpses. Just as some like little background for you, Captain Ada, we collect corpses and we return them to the earth, usually. You know, so maybe they found some dead people on the island, or maybe the barbecue that they're having went bad, or, you know, I don't know. There's like a million, 100 million possible reasons why they have corpses.
Ugh, you people of the land are boring. Why don't you drop them in the sea? That makes it easier for us, and the Beach Queen is also happy for the sacrifices that's dead and stuff like that.
This woman is
Wait, is that
questioning
all?
so many things.
Is that all this Toad's master plan or something?
The what master plan?
This frogs or Toad? I don't know the difference. I haven't been to many lakes.
He's a toad. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know the difference myself. I think she like squeezes Krug. I'm pretty certain he's a toad.
Sorry.
Broke
Doesn't
disintegrated
matter.
in a poof of ash. As soon as Nina squeezes him, Croak dissipates in
He
a poof of
he's
ash.
oh shit. Well, I mean, I hope that was Ogvar. I hope I didn't just like kill Croak. She says as she's like looking down at her hands and like the ash on the floor. Okay.
And how are we supposed to respond to that?
You know, that's a really good point. I guess, you know, I'm going to blame Ogvar. I'm going to blame Ogvar for Croak disappearing. If he didn't disappear, I guess we could have ticked that box that says yes that he wrote at the bottom of the letter and put it back in him and sent him back. But, you know, as it stands, like, how far away is the boat anchored from the ship?
Around 300 feet.
Okay, well, Nina will go, you know, I'll... Oh, okay,
A bit
fine.
more, 500, but you can make it with Dimension Door.
Okay. yeah. That's what I was gonna ask. He goes, okay, I'll be right back, okay? And she like points a finger at the air, draws it downwards, and a shadowy door opens up with a long red carpet stretched throughout. She steps in and will reappear on the beach. She'll reappear on, like, she'll squint and, you know, see if she can make out the beach. Somewhere, whatever she can see of the island, she'll appear there.
All right. I'll put you here.
You know, steps out of the hallway, looks around, sees the giant pile of smoke, the burning fire, and I guess she can make out the shit ton of corpses. And she goes, whoa, what the fuck are you guys doing? What's happening?
Juniper's waving relentlessly. Hi, Nina!
Hey, we got your message. I mean, you said there'd be some corpses, but like, what? Wow, that's a lot of corpses. The captain said yes, though. Well, no, she didn't say yes, but I kind of feel like she said yes.
Even better.
She was like, why don't you guys just dump the corpses in the sea? You guys are so boring. And I was all like, shut up, ho. And so I'm here. Can one of you guys get over here? I could take you back to the boat.
So,
Are you guys okay?
I could go for a nap.
You could go for it. I mean, sorry, I'm just like trying to take in what I'm seeing. There are like 1 million people dead here, You guys look beat up, and there's a giant fire that smells like, well, I mean, it smells like chicken, but you know, it's weird.
Well, did you get the note? I'm sure Ogmar said on the note what why. I totally said that, right?
Oh well, I stopped reading like halfway down because it was so boring. I just read the part about the notes.
You didn't see where I said hi, Nina?
Oh no, it didn't say hi, Nina. Like if my name was on that note, I would have like focused on it immediately. My name wasn't on there. I think it was addressed to the captain or some shit. But no, she said it's totally fine if you want to drag some corpses along the back of the boat. Although she said it was boring.
Oh, good, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't. Okay, we won't. Ray, we won't take the humans, cause Tappy's gonna take care of that. We'll take the bugbears, cause he's, it's okay now.
Nina's gonna be like raising a brow and like making a come hither motion to Locke as she's like got her hand outstretched and say, "Okay, do you want to come back to the boat, Locke?"
As Locke will look at Nina, and you will well, I forgot that Locke is not here, and Locke will nod as he seems to be carrying some stuff around, assisting Juniper, and will give a last kind of hard look at Ripton to make sure that he is intimidated well enough for all this, and he won't do anything bad when he turns back to Arcester.
All right, great. Come over, Locke. Come over.
That's like me.
You really? Are you sure you don't want to stay with Ogvar?
I do want to stay with Arvar, but I also just want to go lay down.
I can just fly you back if you want. And then come right back. Yeah.
Isn't that gonna rent you out of energy?
Let's see.
And you gotta get that floating disc thingy to work,
Nope.
right?
I can actually do it like way faster. And then I could easily come back and get the little invisible carriage going.
Nina's nose is starting to hurt with all this smoky chicken smell. You better hurry. Locke, come over here, or Juniper, get over here. You got 10 seconds.
Okay, I'll go with that then.
You're going with the... You sound so disappointed, Juniper.
Oh!
You sound so resigned, Juniper, to Ogvar's flying, but it's so
I
red.
just don't want to get sick.
Oh.
Oh.
Well...
We're not gonna be high, right?
No, I can keep it low. You know.
Bray, Tappy, you okay by yourself getting the boat back?
I'll be right back.
It should be.
We need somebody to tie up the boats, don't we?
Oh, true. Oh, No, never mind. I don't need to tell you how much better I am at tying knots than you, Brayden. It's fine. I'll be humble. About how much better I am. Come here,
Whatever
Locke.
he said,
And Nina like holds out a hand, waiting for Locke to like hop from shore to boat, so she can dimension door them back to the ship. I'll take those two.
Oh wait.
Come on,
Maybe
be
you should
the
take
best
Juniper.
Lock impression.
Too late. 'Cause I imagine Locke was pretty quick.
When there are these options, I try to narrate the stuff instead of making impressions, but... Well, at this point, as you're gathering all the robots and the people here, and knowing what's happening, let's call it a pause for the middle of the session. Let's have a small break as your people are going back to the ship, and we're gonna continue. All right?
Oh, I so need coffee. Thank you so much for this
I
break.
got
I'm like,
laundry.
you got laundry? Oh, have you got to hang it up? Is that the bad part? You've got the bad part of the laundry?
Yeah, I'm at the bad part of the laundry, honestly.
It sucks so much.
I hate it.
Every job. I know.
It's like, oh yeah, I can do laundry, woo, and then it comes time to take her out the machine. You're like, fuck's sake. I'll be right back once I get my coffee. See you guys in a sec.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like dragging a ship in a small boat in the ship's wake is just gonna tear it up, right?
Oh
I
no
don't-
no
I
no!
don't-
It's done all the time. Even today.
Nah.
Yeah. Like when on sailboats like that, you need when you have a dinghy like that, well, you can't have the dinghy on the ship. 'cause
Oh, I'm
the-
thinking of, okay. I was thinking of like that torture that people used to do where they tied like a rope to your foot and throw you in the wake. I forgot.
No. Like we take one of the dinghies and just tie
No,
up
I
the
know,
dinghies
I
to
know, I know. I was just thinking the murder thing.
Yeah. Oh,
You
you're
know
talking
me,
about keel haul.
dolphins always got tortured.
That's
and
what I
all.
was. That's what I was gonna suggest if, with this goblin is we keel haul him, but you know that's a little too brutal. For this goblin. He did
This
surrender.
poor sobbing goblin. Poor soblin.
By the way, I am so sorry for arguing. I did not mean to argue.
No, it's that was totally in character. Ivar just does not understand like why would he just like let him go back?
Yeah.
Because like with the other goblins, like they stopped. Like I don't know. They
Yeah.
stopped when they weren't like all like dead. And this
Yeah.
one just waited until the actual very end to be like, hey, maybe I don't want to kill you guys. I don't know. Mm. Go get a drink.
Yeah, I'm making coffee right now.
Ugh. This has been an interesting trip so far. Let's see. And let's see. Right again was the only doing the sacrifice. Let's see. All right.
I'm back.
Hello.
Anyone else here?
Hello.
Yes, I'm currently making an all milk hot chocolate, just in spite of you, Curtis.
Wait, what? Oh, in spite, to spite, I'm the one that said all milk hot chocolate's good.
Oh
I'm
wait!
the-
Oh shit!
I'm the-
I thought you were
I'm
the other person.
No.
Oh
Oh my
shit!
god.
Okay.
I'm the one that's like all water hot chocolate is kind of weird. It's like
Right. Okay.
yeah, like it. Like I think it's fine if you like do mostly water and like a few splashes of milk. That like some of it's designed for that. But I'm more of a all milk man. Sorry, an all milk child. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like when I was on camping trips, like that was like the greatest gift we could have is an all milk hot chocolate, because like just getting us ready for the day.
How did you keep like the milk? Not
Coolers,
like from
ice packs and coolers.
Oh yeah. That's a big thing in America, isn't it?
Yep.
You don't really see coolers much in the UK. I
Really?
don't know why. Yeah, even when people go camping, they're not like super. I think it's because often when we go camping here, people kind of look for streams and stuff, so you can just put stuff in streams.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you just find
Plus,
a shady
it's so
pot of
cold there
streams.
anyways that it would be redundant.
Well, I know over in the UK, like milk will go bad like real quick if you don't refrigerate it or something. Maybe we pasteurize it differently over here, or like not as much or something. But yeah, if you just put it in a stream with some rocks in it, it'll keep it fresh, just as fresh.
Oh,
as
that's
fridge
cool.
for a while.
I
Yeah,
never really thought
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, it's a very old way to do it. Like that's how they would make wine cold in like the Middle Ages if they couldn't dig like a cellar.
Yeah. Maybe it is because it's just cooler here. That works like almost all year round. I imagine it still works in the summer, so there's less need for. And because it's such a small country as well, you're always close to a river, like camping sites. So, yeah, maybe that's why coolers aren't as common. So yeah, you've gained a small morsel of my respect. Brayden.
Small morsel.
small a sliver of my respect. I can just for a moment I can overlook your ancestry.
I can't.
Cat God. It's the only racism that's acceptable in the UK, you know. French racism. It's so strange.
I figured it was against every other European nation.
I mean, I thought it was just against everybody British hate, but yeah, you know.
Yeah,
No,
every
it's-
other
it's-
European
it's mo-
nation.
It's mostly the French.
You
that and the-
cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
That and the Dutch. So the funniest thing is the whole cheese-eating surrender monkey thing. Sure, they eat cheese, right? That's fine. I eat cheese. I love cheese. We love cheese in the
I
UK.
love cheese.
We
cheese
adore
is
it.
great.
Yeah, but the whole surrender monkey thing is like, it's so wrong. It's so like, people do say it like unironically, but like, the French were like, so people usually
Oh, they were
use
fucking
it
hardcore, yeah.
Yeah, they use it in the context of like World War II. They held the line for so long by themselves.
And like that's
Like,
like,
it's-
I cannot tell you growing up in the U.S. how how much I had to grow up with people calling me like anytime that I would get up like into like any kind of altercation or something like that, they're like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing? You're just gonna surrender."
Yeah, it's like,
And-
do you understand how America was formed? They got like,
Like, that's
it
my
was
whole
like
thing, is, like,
the French
the-
came to the aid when no one else would, and like they
that's
did
my
it
whole
so
thing,
well.
is that
They're so
The U.S. would not be a
chance.
country
You're like
without
the
the
Statue
French.
of Liberty
yeah.
You know
and
why?
French
like,
fries.
Mm-hmm.
you know why? Like, that's a thing, right? Cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
No, I never even heard that.
No,
term
no,
until
I
today.
actually don't. I
It's-
don't know if it's like.
It's from
like,
the
I know
Simpsons.
the cheese eating part. Oh, that makes it. Oh, that makes so much sense then.
Yeah,
so people
the Irish,
using it when I.
the
so
Irish
people who
the Irish janitor from the school in The Simpsons, he's like
Sorry, the Irish janitor from the school
or
of
the
the
Scottish,
Simpsons.
the Scottish.
The Scottish
Scottish.
Willie.
I don't know. I don't watch Simpsons.
How do you know this?
Damn
Because that's-
Scots. Always
They ruined
suppressing
Scotland.
Scots. They ruined
Oh,
Scotland.
God.
It's amazing. That's great though. So the people that do actually use it unironically are like, what's the word? They're like self. What's that? What is it that Jeremy says? They're self-dabbing on themselves.
Oh
They're
my
like,
God.
I think that's what Jeremy says. They're like self. They're like doing an own goal. If they
I've
say that
never been
unironically.
told until you said self-dabbing. I don't know.
Self-dabbing. That's what Jeremy says, right? It's like.
Oh my God. Is that like?
I hope he's not here.
Like,
I hope he didn't hear
you're
that.
encouraging yourself, or like you're
No, it's like
self-dabbing?
it's like you're. It's like it's an own goal. It's like when you dab at someone, it's like you're. Oh, I don't know. What's the definition of dabbing? Divine dabbing.
I just learned what yeet was, so.
Yeet. I didn't know what that was for the longest time.
It's just throwing
what?
shit, right?
Yeah, it's just throw. It's
Yeah, just throw it.
It's like because I had to have it. Because when someone first explained what it was to me, it's like they said, "Oh yeah, it's like Kobe." You know when you yell Kobe, and I was like, "What? What does that mean?" It's the same
You
thing.
mean
I
cheese?
think.
Kobe cheese?
No, I think it's like a
No, Kobe Bryant.
baseball. Kobe. Okay.
Oh my God.
He's a basketball player, so people yell Kobe and then they throw stuff like they throw a ball.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be like.
God, Matt, you are so old.
I'm so fucking old. I am
I-
so fucking old.
but when someone
Especially in this group.
when someone said to me it's like Kobe, I looked at them with the blackest stare.
I wouldn't have gotten
I was like, huh?
that. Kobe Bryant. I would not have gotten there. Oh my God. I'm also slow.
I forgot before Nina teleported away. She probably should have told everyone that there was someone
No.
allegedly reincarnated appeared next
We
to the
love
ship.
miscommunication or lack thereof.
It's like, well, she shows up. It makes sense, though, right? Because she shows up
The heart of
after
this
this
group.
weird message being received,
Mhm.
and there's just a burning pyre of people, a bunch of corpses, and like
speaking
a
of
crying
the-
goblin. She's like, whoa.
Speaking of the burning pyre, we accidentally burned a goblin to death, didn't we?
Did we? I thought
What?
the reincarnated one is the one that was on the beach.
Yeah.
No, because like I had like the one that I was fighting, like the very last one, and it's like, oh please spare me, and I'm like, fine, and I cracked him over the head with my spear, and I'm like, oh wait, what happened to him? Oh, he's in the pile, isn't he?
Oh,
No,
so you
I,
knocked you non-lethally you knocked him unconscious.
Yeah.
I think BG mentioned him. Like there was one. And
No, it was the bug that was the bugbear
Oh
that
no,
was swimming away.
yeah,
that was a
up,
bugbear.
yeah, up
Yeah.
where Nina was, there was one that was bleeding out up here.
Yeah.
Well,
So we burned a goblin to death.
I mean, did we or did he?
Taffy should have
Robert did.
mentioned. Taffy should have mentioned. By the way, one of these goblins is unconscious before we drag him on the fire and set him on fire.
I didn't know you were setting him on fire.
Babies.
Toppy was investigating the other rooms.
Well,
It's
it was a
all
simple.
parts of the plan.
It was a simple in-character miscommunication, but only Taffy knows that one of them was unconscious.
I mean, she asked, like, hey, where'd that one I knocked unconscious go?
Yeah, she asked once the fire was lit. like,
Taffy also like decimated the guy that was on the little island by himself. So would Taffy care?
I mean, if she went through
Well-
the, probably not, especially since he was a wizard. But
Oh yeah. Were they all like little wizards?
I
Or
think
was it like a mix?
I think most of them were wizards. I think he explicitly said none of the bugbears had any kind of magic.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they were all wild magic sorcerers. Like all the mages were wild magic sorcerers. Because I do remember that there were 3 of them. There was like a goblin boss, and then 2 of them were shooting crossbows at Tappy. instead
That
of
was the craziest,
I
weirdest.
liked Jeremy showing like Ogvar's confliction over the whole millstone thing and this surviving goblin, and how
Yeah.
like the concern
be right
of
back.
what if he does something, it's our fault kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Braynon also made a good point. It's like it's not stupid to trust someone. It's what is it? It's
It's okay to have trust in someone, to give them a
yeah,
chance.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like
To trust someone isn't bad. It's to
Yeah.
is it to trust them again? Is that what the thing is? It's like one.
Yeah.
It's not to believe that they're bad. It's to trust that they're going to be good.
Yeah, but of course, while that's a great saying, like Ogvar's totally right in that most people, if that person then goes on to do something bad, they kind of hold themselves responsible a lot of the time.
I think with
it's
Ogvar
hard.
too, though, he now knows that Millstone exists, and I think Ogvar is like worried that he would
He wants to protect it, right? He
know,
doesn't.
and yeah,
But at the same time, has that principle that Juniper brought up about it's about second chances and a new way of life. If we're
in
not
this
willing,
case.
yeah, if we're not willing to, you know, yeah, it's that, yeah, it's just because someone was bad doesn't mean that they can never be good. Like we've all, like, a lot of the characters have gone through that already, right? They've already felt that and changed and done better. Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough. But I like that Jeremy was like portraying that. It was good. Good. Sorry, I think that's the that's a bit of Oglesby being nice to Jeremy, leaking through there, through me. I should mock him for it, shouldn't I? I should be belittling him. That's more in character for Tuesday.
Hey, so, Tapia, are you back?
I am
wi-
here.
All right. Obviously, did you hear Nina talking? Brennan, you with us?
Yes, sir.
Ogvar?
No Jabba for now.
Juniper? Where is the couple?
That was just, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, my like you just shut down on me.
You what shut down on me?
My stupid computer, my stupid laptop.
You sound so offended.
I am this son of a bitch. I got a problem. Like, what the hell? It's not. It just does it. It just randomly just wipes on me.
To be fair, yesterday, in general, Mondays, instead of DMing, I play on one of my brother's games. Only Mondays, that's the day of the week that I'm playing. And I use push to talk when I am a player. When I'm DM, I usually just use voice activity because I'm talking a lot. But I use push to talk, and I forgot about it. And during the break, I clicked on the mute button. And when I came back, I was pressing press to talk button, and it did not work, obviously, because I had the mute on.
Oh, it's
And it was-
awful, right? When like 15 minutes goes by and you're like, oh my god, people have been saying stuff and I've just been
Yeah.
silent. It's so awful. It's such a
I have
horrible
been
feeling.
pressing it. I'm like, why is that working?
That one time, I don't remember like what exact session was, but oh man, we were all at the table or something in the tavern, and I'm like fucking answering and talking in
It
between
was-
this.
It
and
was
I
the
like,
shore.
everybody's just ignoring me. Like it was so smooth.
It was at Orchestra. Do you remember when we were on the front of the pier and Nina was like talking to Juniper, and you were just silent because Nina was like, "Oh, It's amazing. Millstone's on a river now. It'll look like this one day. It'll be all built up. There'll be wood and stone and ships and dogs and people. And Juniper was just silent. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then you were like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was speaking.
I have so many errors. That one time though, that I was like, whenever we were in the tavern or whatever, the conversation was so smooth. I thought you guys were just ignoring my suggestions. Until that huge pause, like, what do you think, Juniper? I'm like screaming into the microphone, and I'm muted.
We got a Jerry Berry, yeah.
Our youngest member of the group has just arrived.
So,
He's
I
the
mean,
youngest
Jeremy is
but
back.
wisest.
Jeremy did right. Well, might be right back, man. As a quick question, in order to get this right, is there anything else you want to be doing at this island before leaving it and heading for the ship? I
Nah,
believe we wrapped it up, but just asking in case.
we're about to die.
Are you taking all the corpses, the humans and bugbears?
No, the humans will stay. I guess Taffy's gonna do the
Ritual.
ceremony or whatever. Yeah, and like she'll just take the bugbears.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which means that's 6, 7 of them. Okay. Tappy would have enough time during the time that Ripton would gather all those corpses, so that's definitely doable. As to be fair, Thomas was a long-time acquaintance of the captain, so it's better to not bring a zombie of a friend. Perhaps.
She wasn't gonna raise the humans though. She was never gonna raise those. She just wanted to give him a good burial.
Hmm.
That'd have been so cruel.
That's a plot twist for Juniper. I did not expect that, to be fair. Nonetheless, okay, let's take the bugbears then. Let me put something on the map. Let's fix. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think I counted correctly. All right. Just a moment. And in due time, all of you shall be back aboard the ship. As you go there, Ada immediately will look at you and say, "What was with that flames and all that stuff? Does it have anything to do with that revived Dragonborn that came to us?"
That's totally right. Sorry, you guys. I completely forgot. You know, with the whole pyre and the bodies and the corpses and shit. While you guys were, over there doing what I'm guessing you had a fight because you look pretty beaten up here. There was, I was just fishing. I was just chilling, and like a dragonling was just in the water, just showed up in the water. And he said that he died and come back to life and all this shit. He's downstairs at the moment. He's writing. Alvor, I gave him your notebook because he said he wanted to write down what he saw when he died and what he did to get back to life. Because I figured that would be really useful, for all of us, because none of us want to die. So he's down there doing that now.
I know exactly how he died.
Really? His name is he calls himself Dracoris the Reborn.
If that's the one who survived the island that we just came from. And I know
Here is
exactly
the
how
dragon.
He said he wasn't from the island. It was a dragonling. The dragon people.
There's dragon people?
Oh, like they look like lizard people. They have like the claws and the big mouths.
Nina, when Locke and I were in the cave, we were surviving an ambush. We killed one goblin, and for some reason he resurrected as a dragonling. You don't believe that's the same one?
Well, I didn't see that, but he said he didn't come from the island. And honestly, because he just I I thought he just appeared in the water. I kind of believed him, but if he was a goblin and then turned into a dragonling, maybe we should go downstairs and talk to him, because he's down there, like, writing in the book right now.
By the way, did you add the HP I gave you, Brandon?
No.
I used Healing Word for 12 for Brandon and 7 for Lupa.
Oh, word. Thank you.
Ah, whoops. I'm still on. Be right back.
As Ada will look at you. Alright, seems you did some explaining for yourselves, but I still do not understand what happened in these islands and what the hell are all these corpses?
They were slavers who wished to have us work for them and then sacrifice us to a god of undeath, and then they attacked us. We killed them all, well, nearly all of them, and now we are here.
In the fire is the bodies being burned.
Yes.
I pieced that bit together myself, after seeing the giant pile of bodies.
By the way,
And that is all.
here you go.
And you say it so calmly.
This is Tappy.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, it's not the first time we've... Well, I mean, I wasn't there, but, like... Look at Luck here. Does he look like the kind of person that doesn't kick ass constantly? They go to island, they get ambushed, they win, as we always do, because we're unbeatable. And we're back on the boat. It's just business as usual for us. We're kind of badass. We're called Death Swords for a reason. It's because we're, like, warded against death forever.
What about my buddy, Thomas, the Primaval friend I told you about? What about the map?
We
Brandon
have
will pull out the map from his cloak, and he'll turn to Captain Nadark, and he says, I'm sorry to tell you this, but he was dead before we even got there. But we got this map.
Down by the goblins, I assume?
I imagine so. Same ones that attacked us.
What an irony. Well, to be fair, he has slain a lot of goblins in his prime. Especially, I remember that raid against that... Don't mind me, I'm just being nostalgic. Wasn't that close to him, nonetheless, so... Ogvar, can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Alright, that's
Sorry,
far
Jeremy.
better. Just so you know, you return to the ship and they just explained to Ada what happened and that you are bringing the bugbears, the corpses, with you.
Okay.
As Ada will say, give me the map, let me look at it. And Aspin looks at it.
He'll hand it over.
Oh my god, my eyes hurt. This is such a bad map. I mean, it's better than having no map, but I've been to some of these places. The distances are so wrong. Look at the curves. This is like it has been drawn by a 5-year-old child.
Well, you're the one who sent us to grab this man.
I know. Damn it. Anyways, I suppose it helps to know which talent we're seeing first. Dayelm, right? Huh. Cax, perhaps if we pass around, we could head to the Passage of the Dead. From there, we could... I suppose you will like Passage of the Dead. They value strength, but not only by means of force. They value anyone as an individual if they hold power.
By the
It
way,
comes with a lot, but... Yeah, you wanted to say?
Brandon, which of these islands has your friends on it? So there's like 15 of them.
Out of character, Brennan, you wouldn't know, but you do know that the Passage of the Dead is, even though it's the smallest, it's the capital of all these places, and if you want information, that's where you should be heading.
Okay. So in character, Brayden will say, to tell you the truth, I don't really know which of these islands it is, but I know that we can go check out the Passage of the Dead. That's where our best chance of getting our information would be.
It sounds pretty sinister if you ask me, but it also sounds pretty cool. Is it just full of corpses or some shit?
It's the capital of the atolls.
Oh, okay. Why do they call it the Passage of the Dead?
BG, would Brayden know?
Do they raise
Roll
the
me.
dead
I
there?
wonder.
Roll me a history check. Okay, Brian, you don't know some very specific story. You remember from tales and stuff that's been said that it is a very narrow passage, like a river passing through the island, and the dead part is more like a convention of naming for pirates to make stuff sound ominous, to make sailors and other people scared of investigating it.
So she'll turn back to Nina and say, the original naming of it, I don't know why it's named that, but I know a lot of the times that sailors and pirates and travelers of the same kind, what they do is they when they find a place like this, they'll give it an ominous naming, just to make it more ominous to come to. It's a mind trick that they like to use.
Well, pretty good mind trick, cause like I think me and Juniper immediately went to, wow, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Silly
And,
pirates, stupid dumb pirates.
Man,
Not going to work on us. So
should we have
I mean,
told Millstone that?
No.
no, I mean, I think a lot of people would be turned off by the name, I guess. So maybe it is kind of smart and not so dumb.
Oh.
You know, so this is great, and this map is really cool, but I am kind of getting a little nervous about the whole, oh, a goblin kind tried to ambush us, we killed him, he turned into a dragonborn, and now he's at the bottom of the ship. Anybody else getting kind of prickly on the back of the neck?
Oh.
What kind of dragonborn is he?
Tabby, why don't you go see?
He was
Go
wearing...
ask him some questions.
I think, you know, if he tried to kill you guys, maybe we should all go down there and beat the shit out of him. Or not.
Oh.
You know, that's totally an option too. Maybe we can talk to him. But, you know, if he tried to kill you, I kind of go from really liking this dude and thinking he's kind of interesting for coming back from the dead to kind of hating him, so...
I mean,
As
he
for the
did
tie-
surrender. He did surrender and flee. So.
Oh,
it's-
Oh, okay, you didn't say he surrendered. Okay, if
Well,
you let him
it's
go, then
not-
fine.
It's not like we let him go. It was we were occupied with more other dangerous people, and while we were looking, he slipped away.
He looked, I don't know what kind of dragonborn he was. He looked like, I don't know, he looked like a coin. Like he looked like a copper coin, I think. So whatever color that is. A copper dragon, I don't know. You know, he didn't look like the silver one that we saw in the arena.
Interesting.
I mean, do we want to go downstairs and talk to him or no?
It might be good to make sure he's not destroying anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured, because if you guys set fire to all his friends, I don't know. I mean, Ogvar, he's currently writing in the... Well, Brandon said he was in the caves.
Oh.
He said the goblin died, turned into a dragon, and ran away. I completely forgot to Yes, I was confused. You know, I was so caught off guard by the whole learning about this thing that I forgot to tell you guys when I was at the beach. He's writing in your notebook right now, Agvar. He said I don't know. He said he might have figured
What?
out. Well, he said I
Why?
wouldn't have.
Is he alone with all of our
He-
stuff?
He was trying. He wanted to write down so he didn't forget what happened when he died. He said he figured out, he knows how he's, you know, like, he came back to life. And he's gonna be following Agvar as he runs down the stairs.
I'm just gonna walk up. He's gonna
As you
snatch the
walk
book
down
out of
there-
the guy's hands.
As he is going to remain motionless. That was the feeling when life was taken away from me. But it then returned in a glimpse of new light.
Yeah, whatever. Well, this isn't gonna return. This is mine.
I mean, even if you want it back, it's useless for you now. A filled paper is meaningless for a person that does not understand the meaning of its words. You cannot type anymore in it.
Oh,
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck?
As you open wisdom save, what? I didn't guess.
Oh my god.
Akbar, just so you know, you will see that the notebook is fully filled. Like he was writing very fast stuff into it. I just finished it. The details of what I experienced. Now I can rest. Not for eternity, but for another day. Apologies. I need to relax. As you will go into the cabin of the captain. Go sleep there.
Can Ogvar grapple him? Just grab him by the scruff.
Sure, okay.
And I like to pull him up onto the deck.
Okay. As you're dragging him. Okay. Drag the person who is reborn is meaningless. For you have not experienced but a single life, while I have two.
Ogvar's
He's
just
coming,
like
though.
really angrily staring at the book that is in his other hand.
What is your intention for what you're doing to me? Or
We're having a talk. The whole crew's having a talk, so you're gonna be in it.
as Lux is the Dragonborn, just getting. Okay, fuck, I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna rest. Nina, come whenever you want.
I'm sorry, I'm totally confused. Juniper wants to ask me something. Okay. What's going on, Agvar? You okay? Did he write in the book?
Hey, what's wrong? What did he do?
How
I
would you
wrote
get this?
everything in the book. Let me speak, Mere Mortal. I wrote everything that I saw in this book.
Mere mortal. Please, I am unkillable. So, mere mortal let.
This dude gets reincarnated once.
Oh,
God.
He's broken.
To be fair, if you just like woke up, if you were like shot in an alley and then got right back up, I'm pretty sure you'd be pretty cocky too.
This dude has broken the rules of the home brewery documents. Rules have been shattered by this guy.
As Dracarys will look around and say, "You haven't seen what I've seen. Yet experience is not calculated by mere numbers. Perhaps you've seen stuff that I have not. So please, tell me about your experiences. Tell me everything. I want to listen. I'm now I will forever now be a good listener and listen to the
Not-
experiences and stories of everyone.
Oh wait, no, hold on. That's not how this works. You said you were swimming, like over the board of the ship, and you said that you came back to life, and you were trying to figure out how, right? So like, spill the beans. Like, you came back to life, right? How did you do it? How did it happen? Did you pray?
Do you remember how you died?
How I died. Mere visions remain of my little greenish body that I used to have. I was.
Wait, greenish body?
I'm not going to lie. I was one of the goblins you saw on that island. Or perhaps I was always this dragonborn just in a goblin cell from the beginning. I was meant to become a Dracarys since the moment of my birth.
Oh, fuck off.
Why were you writing in my book?
Oh, this lady told me to do so.
I told you. I just told you, Ogvar. He said that he was forgetting how he came back to life, and he wanted to write it down so he could remember and tell us. It's why. Like, I don't have any books.
Stop!
It was just a notebook, right? It wasn't a big fancy book.
You didn't know him. He could have gone into any of the stuff.
But there's
The
no.
author had something important in it.
Fucking
I mean-
weirdo was trying to get in the captain's cabin.
I mean, he didn't. I mean, he's not going to write over what Ogvar wrote, right?
Did he?
You like, if he did, it would be totally indecipherable. In
Ogvar,
this,
did you
in
have
this.
anything in there that was important?
No.
Well, you can just
Go
take
back in
those
time and get
pages
another
out.
book.
You like.
What am I? Okay, what am I gonna do with a bunch of filled pages? I'm just gonna have like a really thin book now.
No, no. I mean,
Those
if you
books are so expensive.
if you wrote something important, Ogvar, in the book, you can just take those pages
No,
out.
no, all I have to do is this fucking. All I have is this bullshit of this dude. He keeps rambling.
You know, I'm just that's how books. Like Nina doesn't know how books work, but I'm pretty sure like you write something and then like you go to a blank page and then you write there. He didn't write over your shit, right?
Wait, Nina, can you read?
Nina can read. Yes, I read that message from the bottle that you put in Croak. I read that fine.
Oh, that's right. That wouldn't have worked, I guess, if you couldn't read.
I've been reading for ages. I can read, Nina can write. Do you not remember when you got your actually I was reading in the library with Ogvar. I was
So you know how books work, right? Because you
I-
know how to read and you read them and you were in a
I do
library.
I was being humble just in case Ada can't read, okay? Because Ada comes across as somebody who might not be all there in the head.
As she's standing right there.
So
Oliver,
Nino-
what do you do this spell for? Sorry for interrupting.
He's trying to pull the ink off the page using the cleaning.
No, please do not do that.
Ogvar
this-
is going to do it. I don't
It
care.
will be worth thousands of gold pieces or platinum pieces. Should the day
Well,
come.
Ogvar, maybe there's something useful in there about the whole, coming back to life thing. Maybe you should read it first.
He will use prestidigitation to put the ink back. But that will trigger a wild magic effect. Okay.
What did you say, Ogvar?
No, I'm not. I was telling Nina that he's gonna do it.
And as he does that,
What?
Dracarys, as he looks at you, he will stop as the letters will return back to the off the page as you do it over. And you'll Dracarys looking at you, deadly focused in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "No, don't kill me!"
Wait, Ogvar. I bought a bunch of poster making stuff. I bought a bunch of it before. I bought 30 gold's worth of like paper and ink and like paint and shit. Why don't you just use that if you need a notebook?
Akbar, can he come to Millstone?
Millstone.
Ogvar looks at his book.
I heard that name while I was dead.
You did?
For sure I did, and for sure I'm not lying about it.
Insight.
There was a woman there. She was half poor.
What else do you know?
Let's see.
Can Tappy do a check to see if she knows anything about like the fugue plane?
About what, Tappy?
The fugue plane.
Okay, roll me a religion check. Well, Ogvar, you understand that there is a high chance this one is making stuff up, as he is a bit frightened of you right now. As he will go to you and say, sorry, I lied. But only because you intimidated me into doing so. Maybe you'll know the very generic stuff, nothing very special, that souls go from there before passing to the afterlife. That's their job.
Tappy's supposed to be like super like well traveled and stuff, but like I don't think I've had a single roll like that that's been above a 10.
When it comes to knowledge, you failed a lot of them, actually. That's true.
You gotta have.
But to be
gotta have
fair,
some intelligence.
Ogvar, seriously, Ogvar, I'm really sorry that I let him write in the blank pages of your book. I just thought if he came back from the dead and he was so like scared of forgetting, I just thought that would be useful for all of us.
It's whatever. It's whatever. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
No, Nina, don't be sorry. What I wrote is important. People will remember me forever. Not me. You.
Wait, was it a endless grey plain of pouring nothingness where you were standing in a line?
All about it, you can read it in my book. If that orc stops taking away the letters and words that I used about it, tell him to stop. Brennan, tell him to stop, please.
And he'll like call down from the top of the mast. Says, What are you all talking about?
He's in the crow's nest? I thought we were already talking.
You were up there the whole time?
Yeah, he put it in the chat a little while ago, and then he climbs over the. Yeah, we're just bickering, Brennan. Don't worry, everything's fine. Okay, like.
Where's Lupa? Oh, there's Lupa. Never mind.
Dracarys, I totally like. I don't know. Ogvar, I'm sorry. You say you're not angry, but I know you might not be angry, but I shouldn't have done it without asking you. It was just it felt kind of urgent, but that doesn't make up for me, like,
It's okay.
rooting for your
It's okay,
shit.
Nina. It's okay. We'll just get him a new book. It's okay, Akbar, right? And she's just like pats, pats his arm.
It's fine. Ogvar's just gonna give Juniper the book that he was writing for maths.
It's not okay. It's not okay. I know how much Ogvar cares more about books than he does,
No.
coming back from the dead.
I don't know, Juniper. You'd probably like it. The book. I don't know.
Oh, thank you. I can
Oh, you-
practice reading that way.
Go ahead, Juniper.
I was just gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
I'm sure Nina was just so excited. You know how I get, so, she didn't have any time to think about, how you would feel about someone else prying into your things. But I
Oh,
know
no, I
that she
did.
understands now.
It's fine. We've already like almost exhausted all of our food from our sack, so it's fine.
What?
Yeah.
My fancy
The honey was very
rations?
good. The honey was very good.
What? You ate Brennan's honey?
What are we gonna do with this dragon thing?
Hold on, Juniper. Ogvar, you ate all of Brennan's honeycomb that me and Locke bought him?
It wasn't honey. It was the jar of crystalline honey.
Oh. Oh, I've been saving that for so long.
It was so good.
Oh, I was
What are we
going
gonna do
to.
with the dragon?
I was going to like make us some stuff on our year anniversary of being together with that
Oh my
Ogvar. And we are all going to eat it and remember all the nice times that we had.
Well, me, Juniper, and Braid did, and we did. We enjoyed it.
But
And
not
we
me
remembered
and
all the
Locke.
good times. Well, I mean, Locke was there. He could have eaten it.
But you know, his good heart made him not, I guess. Oh,
His
okay,
golden heart,
okay. Hear me out.
his sound
Ogvar.
moral compass.
Like I said, I have a bunch of paper and paint and crayons and stuff for you to write in. You know, we were going to use them to make millstone pamphlets. You know, while we're on the boat. But you could write in them if you want. But maybe you could like read us all the stuff that the Dragonling wrote. That would be nice, right? We can all learn about. Does that sound? Is that okay for you, Dr. Harris, if Ogvar reads it all out to us over the next like millennia or however long it
We
takes to
can
read?
publish it, and we can put it in Millstone's first library.
Well, I don't know. It was Juniper's math workbook before, so I don't. It's hers. She can read it.
Wow, that sounds
Sounds-
totally interesting. A math workbook. Was that a sigh of agreement, Juniper?
I need to talk to you, Nina.
I know you do. Sorry, this is just so fucking hectic. Like, Dragonling back from the dead. Ogvar about to cry over a book. It's
I
like
know.
it's all getting to me. It's all
Ray,
getting to
how
me.
far away from
I'm
the
not gonna
island
cry.
are we?
I know you're not Ogvar. You're too strong for that. You'd never cry over a book.
Drakaris will look down,
Jennifer, can
visibly
you?
saddened, and will say, I suppose my memories of these strange places will only exist through oral tradition.
The book
You-
is completely. It's not erased at all. We gave it to Juniper, just for your information, PG.
But you took off stuff from the first page. Now I can never write it the same way I did before. It will be thus changed.
Aw, did you really,
But-
Ogre?
It's
But to
okay
be fair, I was changed as well. But I still remain the same, don't I? So I can work
Yeah,
with
Do
her.
you?
I took it
No.
off,
If you're
but he
gonna-
put the ink right back on. It was really fucking annoying.
Dr. Karras, nobody remembers the first pages of books. They always start in the middle, like I do.
Oh my god. Nina.
Man, I
So
hope we
that's
get fireballed because this fucking dude.
Are you sure you're still the same person? Because that's kind of a concern right now. If you are.
And as he does that, his skin will turn vibrantly blue. Jup.
Oh god.
Whoa, okay, okay, what's going on?
Are you using magic on the boat? I don't think that's a very good idea. We don't really know you.
Yeah,
I'm
Tappy
sorry,
like
this-
Tappy just narrows her eyes and just has this like very steely look as she just very slowly draws the Macahuatl.
Oh no, I think he said. Does this what happen when
Hey.
dragonlings get sad? They get all blue?
They get what?
They get blue? That's what people say. Is this where the saying comes from?
What does that mean?
Well, when you're blue, you're sad, but like this dude's really blue.
I don't know. Why would you say that? What does it mean?
I just. Okay, so. If somebody says that they're feeling blue, it means that they're feeling sad.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ogvar shrugs.
I have no idea why people say that. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's like maybe
Why
it's
don't you
because it's
just say you're
cold.
feeling sad?
Maybe
Wouldn't
I
it
don't
just be
know.
easier to say that?
I don't know.
Blue
Maybe
means sad?
maybe, but like maybe it means maybe it's one of maybe it's like a metal floor. The thing that Ogvar says. It's a metal floor. Maybe it's because like being cold is sad, and when you're cold, you're blue. And this
A
dude just
metal
turned
floor?
blue. A metal floor.
A metal floor.
Do not trouble yourselves about such questions. I turned blue because I meant to turn blue. Just like I was meant to return from the dead.
I feel like Tappy, and she starts shaking Tappy. Tappy, don't you know this stuff? Weren't you like a bajillion things before you were Tappy? Like,
Yeah, weren't you green once or something?
Yes, I was green once, but I was a plant, so.
You were a what?
A plant. A dryad.
you were a plant
I mean, also when I was a
You
sea
said you were
hag.
hag.
that ate babies?
No, that
I've
was
never
a.
met a plant that eats babies.
Well, I mean,
Oh, you've
plant-
never been to Grooven.
I mean, all plants eat people in some
Grooven
way.
that eat babies?
Oh no, sometimes kids go in the forest and they don't come back.
Wait, why? Does that mean they're eating it?
I don't know,
They're
maybe
eating
the
the
plant.
kids?
I
Wait,
think
where are
pla-
their parents?
I don't know. So it's just that
What
it's
happened to you? Nina, I gotta talk to you.
no, I didn't get eaten by plants. It's just something people say about kids that go into the woods. They get eaten and don't come back.
I'm getting really anxious. Tappy, can you just figure this out? Like, you've been born over and over again. You gotta know what's going on with him. You gotta explain to him what's going on, because I don't think he knows what's going on.
Well, I do not be reborn, I simply change my shape. I have never actually been killed before, but what he is using is what is known as wild magic. It is what magic in its purest form, and it is incredibly volatile. And if he does not stop doing that, I will test his rebornness.
I don't know. Oliver, do you know what that means?
Have I ever heard of wild magic? I don't fucking know. You know, with all my intelligence, have I heard of it?
I mean, you can roll an Arcana check.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So feel free to understand the basics of it in a sense that some casters are just blessed with innate magic and some do not control it in the same sense that other wizards do.
Yeah, well, I've heard of it. I haven't been around for hundreds of years and have changed into different forms, but it seems like it's just weird, crazy shit that'll happen.
Yeah,
Sometimes really dangerous.
Oh, okay. I was going to say he just turned a different color. That doesn't seem like
Yes,
too dangerous.
it is very volatile magic. It can do things like conjure creatures without wanting, turn you blue or into a houseplant, or it can explode you into a ball of fire. As she glares at Dracarys.
Okay, well,
I've never done so in my life.
You barely remember your life.
I do. I do remember my life. And it changed today.
Oh man, this is getting complicated. Nina, can we talk?
totally. This is getting a bit like my head's swimming a little.
Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed.
Come over here, Blue Man. The Blue Man group can keep talking if they want. And Dina walks up to you and says, okay, what's up? Is this a private question? You want to go downstairs, or is it like a not private question? You ask it here.
Actually, yeah, let's take it downstairs. I just want to talk to you.
You better not be like angry on Ogvar's behalf for the book or something and about to slap me, because if you do, I'll slap you right back.
I wasn't planning on slapping you, Nina.
Okay, good. I know you wouldn't. I was just saying. Ada's been staring daggers at me all day, so I'm a bit on edge.
No. This is just, I just, when we were back on the island, let's just go downstairs, okay?
Okay. There's a really nice. Nina has a really nice room downstairs, and Nina takes Juniper to the captain's room.
Oh my god! We've been in a stupid hammock this whole
It's okay. I only come in here when Aid is not here.
As you go down there, Drakars will look around. So are we traveling together now? Shall I talk to you like one of my traveling companions?
Yes, just anything like less pompous than you are right now.
Excuse me. I need to check once more on the details of what I wrote to see if I perhaps needed anything.
Well, Juniper has the book because it's her book, but
I'll go visit her.
you'll visit her when she's done talking.
All right. As he looks up and says, once more, mortals leading me down this path shall be the ones that will stop me from thy destiny. But it's not a stop, but only a pause. As he will go
Yeah.
just in the front of the ship and stare at the sea.
Broods, of course.
Um, I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry.
You've been bugging me to ask questions for so long, Juniper. Why are you so quiet?
There's a real. Do you know who that is in the other room?
Oh, that's like Tepe's cook person, right?
That looks like a bush.
Like I've just been ignoring it. It literally, I think it's like a dryer or something. Means like smacking her lips as she's trying to pronounce. A dryad.
This. Okay. I just wanted to talk to you because we were on that island and all of these things happened, and I was talking to Locke, and I just wanted to ask, after we're done with all of this stuff, would it be okay if I finally just dragged you guys to that high hall place?
I mean, sure. I mean, like I said to, I was saying that like Locke wants to go. Locke wanted or said he wanted to go to Grooven for me, but like I'm kind of fine leaving it, if there's other stuff, because I'm
well, I'm
kind
not
of
trying to like.
Well, I was all for trying to hunt down your mom and shit like that, but
Yeah.
we ran out of leads. But if you have more leads, then totally, because like.
Well, yeah, there is that. Everybody's been telling me high hall, high hall, high hall. And now I think that place also has like that potion for Ogvar, and that weird creepy guy keeps suggesting like I could find some way to figure out to find her, and it might, at high hall. I don't want to put you or Locke's stuff on the back burner. I'm not trying to like interrupt any of that, because I want to be there for you. I absolutely do. I want to go to Grooven for you. I want to go wherever we need to go to help Locke, and I told him that too. I want to, like, initially I was trying to plan to go to Zol to see if I could find his mom. And I found out that High Hall's kind of on the way there, and I was just thinking maybe we could, stop there before we go to Zol, and then we can circle back and go to Grooven or whatever, so all of us can figure out our moms. Anyways, I just don't want you to feel like you're being pushed on the back burner, and I don't want Locke to feel like he's being pushed on the back burner, and I feel like I super value all of your moms, and I want you guys to like talk to your moms if they're in a water, in a desert, wherever those moms are. I want to be there to help you reunite with your moms. That's what I'm
Okay,
trying to say.
so first thing, like, I don't know if the lady in the lake is my mom or not. It's like I have no proof. I have just what she said, which is that she gave me everything. So maybe
Yeah.
she's the reason why I have my scythe. Maybe she's the
It's
reason
like
I
a
have my.
mob.
Well, sure, maybe, but she came to me in the arena in that vision and hasn't since, right? She's waited my whole life so far to appear in my head. So,
That's like my
while
mom, right?
I'm sure, but you know, your mom's tried to kill you, so not the same thing. Your mom is kind of. For a long time, I've been saying, Juniper, that your mom's the most important thing, and to me, she still is, because even though I want to introduce you to my family, to my brothers, to the farm, while I want to make sure they're okay, I'm really scared that they're not, and I don't know. If they're not okay now, they'll be not okay in a month's time.
Oh no.
So
I mean, if they're not okay, and if you think they're not okay, then we should definitely go there first. Like, I'm okay. My mom, she didn't
no.
even like really, you know, she kind of like popped up and then like was like bam, 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 and then now she's kind of like on vacation. So, but
No, I, if they're not okay, I would prefer not knowing. I know that sounds
What?
stupid and it sounds insensitive, I guess, but I don't know. It's why I haven't been there. It's because I'm kind of scared of what I'll find, and so the longer we put it off, that's fine by me. Because
man.
if they're okay, then it'll be great, and if they're not, at least, well, it's less time that
Oh.
I'll spend in the course of eternity feeling like shit, I guess.
oh no. Well, that's. I feel
No,
like.
what I'm saying, Juniper, is I'm all for you and your mom first. My lake lady, she can wait. She's waited all her life. And, well, like I say, your whole mom trying to kill you thing could start again at any moment.
Well, that's kind of I've been kind of postponing it because obviously like my feelings have been really conflicted about mom, and you know, I've been scared, I am scared, I'm conflicted, but I mean, if you feel like your family and you know they're alive, I mean, like if you, I mean, I don't want to get in between that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just thought I should
No.
like find information at least and like start on that, because it's not just me anymore. It's like it's about everyone and our like our future. I don't man, how am I
Listen, Juniper, you're not getting in the way of me and my family. I don't know if they're okay. I don't know if they're not okay. They
That's
were
what I was
okay when I left them, but I just worry that the reason why I left, maybe the people after me got to them too. I don't know, and I'd rather not know. Okay, I know that sounds bad, but it's the truth. I just hope that one day I get to show you them all, and that they're fine and that they're nice. I think that your mom isn't bothering you, Juniper, because we were all talking about how we wanted to fucking murder the bitch, and I think she got scared. That's why I think she stopped. And, well, when she's not scared, she'll start again. So, I would prefer your mom being off the table of concern after we've helped Brain and his family out. And, well, Ogvar living forever, like I've always said. Even if we don't find some magic potion, Nina will figure it out in the end anyway.
I know, Nina. Which, well, you knew that they were alive when you left, and I don't have that kind of security. I am just going to high haul for something that may or may not work, that some weirdo with the skull suggested. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just an effort to figure out something. But if you know and you need to know, and you think that they're gonna be harmed, we should definitely do that immediately. I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you were, worried about or that they were gonna be in danger or something. I mean, that's totally different.
Again, Juniper, I don't know. It's just I left and they were okay. I have no. The only reason they wouldn't be okay is if the people that tried to kill me
I
went
have
for
a
them.
brilliant idea, Nina. I'll pray to Ludwig like I did his mom. We know his mom's alive. I'll just confirm it right now. I'm gonna pray super freaking hard for your brother. Should I do it like that? Should I ask her hey, I know this friend. Her name's Nina. You might have heard her. Should I do it like that? Should I ask?
No.
You want me to? No?
No, I don't, because if there's something, if they're not okay, I don't want to know. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather not know
Why?
until we absolutely go there.
Why?
Because
It
if
could
I
be too
find
late,
out,
and then you're just gonna resent yourself if you waited and you could have been there.
well, no, because if you ask now, Juniper, and Ludwig's like, oh, they're dead, then I'll feel like shit now in the middle of nowhere, not being able to do anything. If you ask and they're fine, then they're fine, and it doesn't matter. I'd rather know once we're there.
Why would
Because
you wanna...
we're on a boat in the middle of nowhere, Juniper. If they're fine, they're fine. If there's something wrong, I can't do anything.
Well,
You can call it whatever you want, delusion, like blindness, ignorance, but I just rather know that there's that if there's that I don't know. I don't like knowing that if there's something wrong and I got there too late. I would
Sure.
feel even worse than just showing up and then being dead or some shit. I wrote to them like a while ago, but they didn't write back. So
I don't know. Well, then we should just go there right after we figure out this stuff with Raven.
that's what Locke said too. And while I'm fine with it, I would rather never see them again than see them hurt.
But so do you not want to see them at all, or you just
No, I just mean I can wait until there's nothing else, until your mom's not a problem, until we figure out if there is a potion in High Hole for Ogvor or not. Just Nina can wait. Nina can wait.
You know what? The whole reason for me bringing you down here is I wanted to talk to you and Locke and just make sure that you didn't feel like if we did go after to figure out this thing with my mom and hopefully get rid of her, that you weren't gonna feel like we were pushing anything that was important or of value to the side, because I cherish you too, Nina, and I cherish Locke as well, and I want the best for you, and I want to put you're my priority too, so I just want you to know that. That
Well-
was what I wanted to say.
Well, I understand, and you're my sister. You guys are like my family now too, and well, I don't want to sound harsh, Juniper, but me and Locke have been saying like for a long time that we should just screw everything off and go and find your mom. And well, we're still of that opinion. We're both hypocrites, okay? We want to put back and push off and fucking ignore what bad things might be going on with our own families, with Locke's mom and my brothers. So that hasn't changed. We're totally on board with strangling your mom still.
I know. me putting it right up there on like something that we immediately go and chase. I just
It's
don't wanna-
because that is the most important thing, Juniper. Locke's mom isn't trying to kill him. My brothers aren't trying to kill me. My mistress in the lake isn't trying to kill me, okay? But your mom, she might try and kill you again. And you saw how much that hurt Ogvar. We saw how much that fucked with you. And we don't want that to happen. You are like the like Nina looks around. You're like the nails in this ship. You keep it all together, right?
That's really sweet, Nina.
I know.
That's what you guys are to me. I don't. And you said your brothers are like, you worry that they might not be alive. That's still valuable to me. That's still something really important to me. We can talk about it.
And so long as I don't know, it's fine. I can pretend, okay? Like I've been pretending the past year.
I don't like that. I want you guys to know, and I want to prove my point to Locke that.
Well, you can want it all you want, Juniper, but you're not going to get it, okay? Not until I want it. You can want it all you want, but you're not going to get it. More of us want to see your mom and you safe than you want to see my brothers, so deal with it.
You know what? I think that I should probably talk to Ogvar about this too, but
Me and Ogvar already talked. We said your mom's the priority, so.
what?
I mean, we didn't,
When?
we didn't, but it's written on his face. It's like
Oh
a
my
silent
God.
conversation. Just whenever
Which,
it comes
by the
up, you can
way,
tell.
When I was gone, did you stay with him the whole time, or did he wander? Was he ever alone?
I mean, I wasn't there all the time because I had stuff to do as well, but Locke was with him a lot.
What?
Uh-huh.
So was he ever alone?
I don't think so.
I don't feel like that's a reassuring answer. But I'm
Well,
going to give you a hug. And we're
Okay,
gonna
now,
move on from this so we're on the same page.
I said me and Locke would look after him, and when I wasn't looking after him, Locke was there, so. Ask Locke.
I'm going
I can
trust you,
guarantee you,
I'm gonna
he was
trust
never
you.
alone when I was with him.
I'm going to trust you. I'm going to accept the fact that he was never alone at all at any point, and I'm going to double check with Ogvar, and I'm going to trust him, and I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to trust Locke. All right, I'm
But-
going to give you a hug, and
Hold
I'm
on,
so glad.
before you give me a hug, why is it the big deal if he was alone for a little bit?
Because you saw what happened. Like you with that stupid guy and
With
that
his-
I know is still alive right now.
Wait,
And
the guy that screwed with his head?
yeah,
When you say we saw what happened, you mean he didn't cheat on you, Juniper, and he wouldn't. Is that what you're saying? You're worried that he would do something he wouldn't do, or that guy would try and screw with his head again? Because if he was alone, he's not going to do anything that would upset you. Like if he was alone, he'd probably be picking flowers or licking mushrooms or something.
I mean, I trust Ogvar. I mean, he made that cute crib and everything. I know that, you know, I can trust him. I just don't trust other people around him, and I'm worried that, like, you know, if he's alone, then
Juniper, I don't think you need to worry about Ogvar when he's alone. Sure, he'll be sad without you, because that's just the kind of person he is. He loves you very much. But I don't think you need to worry for his safety. His physical safety, that is.
I
He's
don't know.
He's very strong, he's very tough, he's very resilient, and he's so smart.
Like, Nina, he's so susceptible to to what people say and like those that stupid thing and like changing his memories.
That happened at the arena. Just walking around the city, just being himself, going to the library or going to get food or going to a bakery. That stuff's it just doesn't really happen, Juniper. And
No,
well, it's-
Nina, it happened then, and it was because of those worms, and only some of those worms died. And that guy said in the jail cell that there's like still 1 million more of them, and they're just floating out there, and they could do anything. They could find them. And then there's my mom, and then there's also when we were on that stupid island, Ogvar got like he was like, drop your weapons, and Ogvar dropped his weapons. I don't even understand. Like he's just. They were doing something to him. It's just he's
Juniper, Nina like puts a hand on Juniper's shoulders. If you spend your life worrying about what ifs, then you won't enjoy your life with Ogvar. If you're constantly worried and scared about what will happen, then life sucks. You need to worry about the now and the future. And not too far in the future either. Like
that's the now. It happened now on that
it
stupid
didn't.
island.
It happened. It
Arena
happened.
was now.
There are no weird worms. He was fine, right? He's fine now. You're worrying about stuff that didn't happen, Juniper, and hasn't happened. Seriously, look, we're on a boat. He's fine. Not. There were no worms when he was alone. If he was even alone, he didn't get attacked. He didn't get accosted. He's not crying or depressed or sad, or worrying about shit that he hasn't done. Your head's in the past, Juniper. Your head's not in the now.
It's not, Nina. I'm worried because I care, and I'm worried because if I don't think about it, then it's gonna happen again.
What now? On this ship right now? It's going to happen again?
What does water prevent people from like doing something?
I mean, we're on a boat in the middle of nowhere, Juniper. You have nothing to worry about.
Well, we're supposed to go to this place called the
Passage of the
Yeah.
dead, yeah. And so
Who's
when
to
we're
say
there,
won't be there?
well, when we're there, you can worry then, Juniper. But now, like, just enjoy yourself. Quit like filling your head with things that scare you and worries and concerns. Just you're with him, and things are good right now. You can go up there, you can enjoy the breeze on your face, there are no worms, and you know what, if any show up, we'll fucking kill them, we're fine. It's okay to be worried, but don't let it fill your head. You should be filling your head with nice things you can enjoy.
I'm trying. It's just hard when like every 5 seconds or every time we go somewhere, someone's trying to kill us.
I get what you mean. I do. But
I mean, I get it. I understand why we're doing these things. It's just part of the reason why I just want to go to the stupid place called High Hall because I feel like it'll make me feel better and relax.
well, it might. It probably will. It'll probably be amazing. That's the shit you need to think about. Think about the good things, not the bad.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Remember, if you're sad, Ogvar will get sad too. If you're stressed, Ogvar gets
Don't
stressed
say
too.
that, Nina.
It's true though. Like,
I know it's true.
he can read you as well as you can read him. You have, Juniper, you have no reason not to feel safe with him.
I I'm not trying to say that. I feel safe with Akvar. I just worry when I'm not around.
Well, you are
Who
around.
knows?
You are around, so quit worrying about them, okay? When you're not with him, leave the worrying to me and Locke. Like he was fine. You left, right? And he's fine. You came back, he made you a crib. So you should look forward to those little breaks. Enjoy yourself and don't worry, we've got them.
Alright, I guess we should go back up. Thank you for listening to me.
Less listened and more argued, but I hope you understand why.
That's
You
just
deserve to
as
be
good.
you deserve to be happy with him, and I know because I feel the same way with Locke that together we're invincible, and the same goes for you too. Something might mess with his head, right? Okay, but Nina will be there to fix it. Something might happen to his body, but Juniper will be there to fix it.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
She'll
You're
just
welcome.
like choke you out with a hug.
Nina will return it, but she'll put the little tricorn on over Juniper's mushroom hat. oh, wait, it's the mushroom hat with Kay.
No. I
Wait.
think so.
Is Key
He is with
Siobhan with Siobhan and
Yeah.
left it with
Forced
the
him on him.
mushroom hat with
Poor
Key,
guy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So puts the tricorn on atop Juniper's horned head. There you
Siobhan, who
go.
has no experience teaching.
You are the captain now, Juniper. Go show Agvar how much you love him.
I don't want to be a captain. Does that mean more math?
No, it means you get to choose not to do math. You get to make the rules.
Ooh, I like making rules.
Mhm,
Oh, I need to
mhm.
resurrect those dead guys. We gotta go back up.
Sure. And tell Ogvar that it was a good idea for Nina to give the book to the guy. And that
Yeah, I was gonna.
not to
I
be
was
angry.
Totally yeah, no, it's I'm totally gonna. It's all right. I'll tell. them.
yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
It's less manipulative if it comes from you.
Yeah. You did that though.
She just runs back up.
As you go back up, you will notice that it's start going pretty late. All of you can have the benefit of the short rest for to press that button. As Drakars will be staring at the distance, and Lupa right next to him, just sitting there. Right now, it's pretty relaxed time of the day as you're traveling, and Ada keeps scrolling through the map that you found for her. I'll say this is a really bad map, but it will do. Passage of the dead, here we come. I'll say just chugs a little bit more rum into your mouth, as Drakarius will say, "See, little buddy, that void you see in front of us, it's been in front of us the whole time. It's not dark. That doesn't exist a day. It exists, but it's just shunted away by the light. But if you watch closely, it's still there. Everything. Dark."
Can someone shut him up, please?
I think you're describing darkness. Drakaris, you say it's not dark, but it's pretty much like the definition, right?
You seem like a scientist yourself.
Oh, you know, I actually I'm pretty smart. That's what I am. I'm a scientist, totally. Yeah, sure.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
You know, it smiles proudly at the compliment.
I'm joking about the last part, but yeah. Well, nod. I suppose that's why you saved me in the first place, because you are smart. You knew the possibilities that would open up for the future.
I knew you'd write something very interesting in that book. I could see
I'll
it in your
drop her-
eyes.
We'll come next to you. Thank you for acknowledging. So, you're heading to the Kin Atolls, aren't you?
Yup, it's the plan.
But I have already passed from the dead. So, perhaps I will be able to help you in the passage of the dead.
Oh yeah, you might be able to navigate it if you've seen it before.
Oh no, I
Okay.
have not. I have no idea about this place. Just know a name.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you'll get a feeling or something, like a vibe.
That
Yeah,
was
maybe we
entirely
can put you like as like the figurehead of the ship, and it might lead us through
Or maybe
Since
up
you,
in the
like-
mast.
pass through the dead.
As Drakash will look at you, we're not unsure if you are suggesting that for real or if you are just being sarcastic. Say, interesting. I believe since I've returned from the dead, the mortals seem to be thinking more weird than they used to before. Perhaps it has something to do with me and my presence. What if I'm cursing the ones close to me?
Or blessing.
Or blessing? That's true.
Nina blesses people with her, just being near them. She's like a blessing. Maybe that's the same for you?
Perhaps I should add that to my book as well. Perhaps I should become a writer. Maybe this is not a one-time thing. Perhaps I should continue pursuing this. The role I have experienced more than anyone else.
Ogvar considers himself something of a writer. They call him Ogvar the Writer for a reason. Maybe you should talk to him about becoming a writer.
Right. Perhaps we should co-write a book.
That would be really, maybe I would read that book. Maybe that would be the one book I read more than like 3 pages of.
Thank you, Nina. But the orcs seem to be thinking in weird ways today. I will perhaps discuss this as a business opportunity tomorrow. I want to have all my arguments prepared for it.
It's a good idea. Ogvar is a very... he is a very astute person. So you should get your words together.
As Drakash will just nod and then stare into the void as Ada will turn to you, all saying that I know about your incentive to assist Brennan and all that, but do you know initially from the get-go how the islands of Kin Atoll became quite famous as a nautical legend?
Nope.
I've never even heard of this place before until now.
Brennan and the Sphinx was kind of like the first time I'd heard of them.
So, I mean, you could say anything and I believe it.
Alright then. Well, these islands have this thing about them, this ambient magic. But what is actually true about the islands is not that there is an ambient surge of magic that enhances this island. It's quite the opposite. Have you heard of the famous deity by the name of the Lady of Mysteries?
Well,
Nope.
Like one of the many, many gods, you mean?
Come on.
Nothing. No, nothing.
Have I
All right.
heard of Lady of Miseries?
Of course you have. She's mistress. She's the deity of magic and spells.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Mistra.
Yes. As
out of character, I don't know that.
yeah, she will facepalm towards the rest that have not understood who she is and say,
She's like lives on the moon or something, I think.
to put it lightly, if you are able to cast a spell, it's because she allows it. Every time you cast any single spell, It's like a letter is sent to Mistra, and she can either let that letter proceed or just tear it apart and not allow you to cast the spell. Got it?
Yup.
That's her. But she always allows people to cast spells, because if she does not, other deities might interfere that she's not doing her job correctly. However, there is a hard limit. You, pointing at Ogvar, I've seen your little wizard book, so do you know how... You know about the classification of spells into level of spells, right?
Yeah, the big spoons, the little spoons.
Do you know what is the higher level spell that anyone has ever managed to cast?
Ninth.
Correct. Or maybe not. You
Wait,
see,
what?
there was once a time that
Ogvar shrugs at
Mm.
Juniper.
there was much more than that.
Would Tappy know about the 12th level spell?
Roll me an Arcana check. That's a hard one, but who knows?
Hey!
You would have believed in the past that it was a mere legend, but with what Ada is saying, she might be referring to that.
Karsus'
Not a
folly.
specific one. Yes, Karsus' folly, actually. It's referring to that.
There.
So, she will say, perhaps not knowing about the name of Karsus because we're not using many of the names of the deities, but that event is disregarded. Say, there was a devastating event eons ago that was due to magic and tampering with the weave.
Yes,
And mortals.
The death of Mistral, yes?
The previous incarnation of Mistral, that is. Correct. Well, that's all the books say, but when that was done, said that to prevent further accidents and mortals trying to imitate gods with their powers and repercussions that they would not expect showing up, decided to put a worldwide ban on spells of 10th level or higher. But magic used to be stronger than what it is, and far more accessible. That was for worse, though. That was easily abused. You know, they say the sea is the incarnation of freedom, and the Teen Atolls have the blessings of the sea. And it is said that the tides on those places have put up a magical shield that makes them unable to be perceived by the gaze of the Lady of Mysteries. Thus, people there are able to reach the potential that they once were able to. Though I doubt this story holds a lot of truth in it. I mean, I haven't heard about a cosmically wide spell being able to be cast.
Why would
There.
the ocean bless land?
Who knows? There are many perspectives into this story. But that's how the Teen Atolls were actually... That's how I learned of those. That was the tavern story that I first heard. And I've heard many other versions of that story as well. Others say it's just that a lot of exiles went there, and suddenly the ambient magic of those places, through out of sheer nothingness, they learned how to use spells. Others say all these are bullshit and it's a way to scare off common travelers to go to these places, as pirates and sailors alike want to keep it for themselves. A place of true freedom and anarchy. I tend to believe the last part. But I can't say I'm not thrilled about the potential of other parts being true as well. I've seen many tales of the seas being more true than I initially anticipated.
It's pretty wild, honestly. You can you think of like so why do is it just pirates that inhabit these islands then? That's all that we keep hearing about is pirates here and pirates there. We don't hear about like scholars or researchers because this place is so hard to find and stuff.
Actually, not. As we'll put them up in front, let's say. Alright, so you know the passage of the dead already, but there's far more to it. So, see that little island on the right? Rainhas Island. That's mostly populated by lizards. Lizard folk. Do not think them of dragonborns, it's something different. It's lizard people.
The lizardlings.
Do you see that
Yeah.
island on the top left? Prolvir. First of all, as I said, do not trust that map in regards to distance. The positioning is correct, it's on the top left, but it's hundreds of miles further away than that compared to Tlanait. This is a frozen hell. It's as cold as one can get. There are frost giants and other deadly ice creatures there.
Oh, I thought this was going to be like a tropical beach adventure.
Did you see the Elzir Island on the bottom left? There are actually very lawful humanoids. Humans that came from Anerith, Zarlan, and other places as well as people that came from the legendary continent of Athos, the continent of the undead, as they say. Though I just think of them as poorer versions of our Vothan stories.
Is it as sandy as Vothan? Is it sandy and unbearably warm as Vothan, or is it less intolerable?
I have no idea. I'm not dumb enough to go to Vothan.
Oh well, I won't take that as the insult it sounds like.
But to be fair, Elzir is pretty lovely place. It works just like other stuff in the real world. I mean, I believe the Northern Tissaria Shipping Company has established an outpost there as well. The Stone Reach outpost. Other tribes involve orc tribes, but more grey-skinned compared to Yogvar. I believe there were at Urvers, or was it Ellis? Don't remember. But in between all of these, other than Elzir, all of this is a lawless place that is fully blessed with magic and very nice climate as well. You would assume that it being far north, it would be insanely cold, but other than Brolviller, it is not. It has more tropical aspects than you would expect, as you said, Miss Nina Evela. And
it's
yep.
good to hear.
Some of them are quite unexplored for me as well. I don't know most of the stuff for the rest. But the Passage of the Dead, legendary ships have been crafted there, and pirate captains of the biggest ranks are there. We would be very unlucky if we met any of those pirate captains on our way. I doubt they would greet us with a nice smile.
Well, you said this is lawless, so we should be on our guard, but I think the corpses trailing behind us might dissuade some people. So, good. It was a good idea, Juniper, bringing them, it feels.
It's true, but I need to warn you. The Northern Tissaria Shipping Company is still patrolling towards the Stone Ridge outposts. And we haven't seen a single ship in days, so there's always a chance of hopping into one of them, and with all this trail of corpses, I'm not sure how they will perceive this. I mean, they have already been very greedy. I'm afraid they are gonna see this as an opportunity to do something about us. And that's where I was heading the conversation. I kind of dislike that part.
Well, if they're lawful, then that probably means that we could. They're probably not just going to try and murder us or something if they see us, right? if they're just opportunists, then we can make that work to our advantage. Maybe we could barter with them or some shit. If they're undead, they like corpses. We have corpses. You know, maybe it works in our favor. We'll see. Honestly, I'm getting kind of excited. If there are people from different continents, that's so cool. Even this frozen hellhole full of giants that you say, that sounds cool too. Like, are they dumb giants? Are they smart giants? Do you know anything about them, Captain Ada?
Frost giants are known for being quite the barbarian tribes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Quite answer.
never mind then.
Just to confirm, Lupa, Brennan, take the short rest as well. Locke will also take it, but he's not here, so I will not expend his own. He dies, so when he comes next week, he will roll it for his own. But Lupa and Brennan, feel free to take that one. As the ship will continue venturing, as Ada will say, alright, I'm starting to get dizzy. Yesterday I did not get any sleep, so I believe it is my turn to have some rest. Brennan, stay at ease, heading north.
Ada, before
The
you...
whole time we were gone, you didn't take a rest?
No, she
no.
was just
Captain.
drinking. She was on guard and drinking with me.
Oh my god, Nina, you're a horrible influence.
What do you, like, I thought she could, like, she's a... I mean, this isn't my fault.
Ada will
I-
come close to
Holy
Juniper. Will give you a pat on the shoulder, Juniper. Will say, don't worry, I'm way worse.
That's nice.
You're a stumble and fall down the stairs.
That's canon. I'm fine.
I thought she could hold her drink, okay? She's like
Oh
a
my
shit
god, you
person.
almost died, Nina. On what?
At that point, Dracarys will say, sleep. One day the eternal sleep is what
We
awaits us.
understand you've been reborn, okay?
I could listen to this dude all day.
Oh my god, quit encouraging him, Nina.
And I think he's been talking all day.
Yes, even
God, oh my
I don't
god.
I don't know if you guys have caught on to this, but even when he's not talking, he's like whispering quietly.
She just chucks the book at him and she's like,
What in the fuck? Okay. Put your
Ta-
proverbs
ta-
out of there.
Tappy now has mages as the second thing she hates the most, with the first one being hipsters.
I can listen to him all day because sometimes he says stuff that's like really funny. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it that's really funny to
Oh
me.
my god.
As eventually some time will pass, some nice conversation in the dark, no tides this day. It's pretty nice seeing a pretty calm sea, though it's pretty cold as well. As some of you are gonna keep watch, some are not. But as the first ray of the sun is going to show, we'll look into the distance, man, and you will see a very big ship being close to you and with such huge sails that you have stand no chance outrunning that one. Though it doesn't seem to be stopping for troublesome. For sure, you are not certain. But you will see some people waving some white flags that have this sigil on them. White flags in general mean that they want to talk. They don't have a bad attitude at the time being.
N-T... Wait. S-C... Oh! What is this?
The North Tessarian Shipping Company.
Oh, didn't Ada just warn us about those people, Brennan? Didn't you see them
Aye.
and take advantage of the undead, the corpses that we're hauling?
You
Okay.
may want to get the captain up here, even though.
Okay. Is their ship really close or really far away? Because it looks really big, Brennan.
PG, can I get a business check on them?
So Ada will rush upstairs. It's about the time that she was like, I'm gonna be
Oh.
like, what the? And before we go and process all this, you will have some time. It won't be that close when you see it. Obviously, you'll see it in distance. But before we go to see what you're gonna do about the corpses, before you see them all and stuff like that, here is where we are gonna play a pause in today's session till the next
Oh.
time.
That's a
Oh,
big boat.
no.
That is a big boat. That's,
Yep,
that's
that's
such a big
That
boat.
is so huge.
We're in trouble. No.
See, Brennan, that's the
Brennan.
boat. That's the kind of boat that I wanted you to have, Brennan.
Oh my
Well,
god.
this is the boat you're gonna have, Brandon.
We're gonna
It's
take
fucking
that
200 feet long. Holy crap.
boat. Juniper's gonna
God.
Jack Sparrow this shit, and that boat's ours.
Our boat is literally half that.
Half?
They like
think-
probably have so much more people under.
Less than
under there.
half, like a third.
Yeah, we'll just fly on there and take them out one by one. It's easy.
It's more like a tenth of that boat, to be fair.
We're
It's
just
okay.
gonna give him the blue guy, and whenever he casts, like, I don't know, mend or something,
That's
we'll
actually
just,
really
you
true.
know, see what happens.
Nina just takes him
Uh,
on board and. It's a
Hey,
time
do you guys want someone who came back from the dead and won't
He
shut
has
the
so much
hell
to
up?
tell you.
No, don't give up Dracarys. Dracarys is is the best. You want him.
philosopher.
Best character in the world. He's up there with Siobhan and Bennett or whatever.
I genuinely believe he and Savon would get along.
So much, I bet.
You'd
Uh,
make Siobhan unbearable.
Oh,
Our own
this
Calcos would have eaten him already.
It's the,
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, thank you for the session, BG.
Thank you
It was
so
fun.
much.
We spent
Yeah.
so
Thank
much
you.
time just bullshitting amongst ourselves.
True.
We literally-
There's
we
a lot of
literally-
RP, yeah.
We started on the island. We got off the island like 3 hours into the session after talking to each other for so long.
To be fair, the previous session was a very big fight for the most part of it, so it's just balance. It's normal to talk after something like that. You have things to talk. You need to ease that RP gland inside you. You want to use that.
You say that,
Me?
but the next session's just gonna be all RP again.
I know, I was gonna say, I
Hello.
feel like we've been in this for so long. BG should just have, like, you know, adapted to the existence of extensive RP sessions with us.
But I like RP. I mean,
Exactly. I was like,
Don't worry.
it's cool when it's boring when you don't have anything new to say. It's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? But whenever there is anything new in the story or something like that you have to discuss, it's very good for the characters to just open up to it. And
It's just
Yeah,
like
but-
real life. It's like how we start, the calls where we're like, "Hey, how's it going?" and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like you gotta spice it up every now and again. You gotta find someone to insult, and that person for us is Dracarys. He's gonna be our punching bag for a while until he ties himself to the anchor
It's
and
true.
drops himself into the ocean.
poor guy. Oh my god.
This poor guy. He's amazing. I love him.
This is a great place for us to drop off to because of the north to Syria. I don't even know what it is.
North
The-
to Syria.
Northern
NTSC.
this area.
NTSC, yeah.
Yeah. Vlad's gonna be
yeah.
so excited to come back to that.
Yeah. It's like an old PlayStation link, I think, as well. Just FYI. You had NTSC and PAL, I think. Yeah, you had PAL and NTSC. It's great. Wow, nice little.
That guy with
nostalgia
it,
for
that captain guy with his pimp hat.
No, it's not as good as the tricorn, the juniper tricorn. We need a commission of juniper now, like swinging from the mast with a tricorn.
Don't tempt me, damn it.
Anyway, I'm gonna jump off now. Thanks for being here, guys, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah,
Bye.
see you next week.
Yeah.
I mean, swinging down from the mast, that's how Brayden has been
Yeah,
getting
he's
down
just
from the mast. Every
yeah.
single time he just takes some random rope and just swings down.
Even if he doesn't need to be like if he needs to be at the front of the ship, he climbs the mast he comes upstairs, he climbs the mast and swings at the front of the ship.
Exactly.
Like,
He's just gotta do
and
it
when
for
he's on the way
shits and
back, he
giggles,
does the same thing in the opposite direction. It's so inefficient, but it's so cool.
We're trying to find Bray's peeps, right?
So, alright,
We'll
so
try to find the
basically what's
guide.
happening
Situation calls for you.
is Brayden has no, like, the whole thing behind Brayden is that he's trying to find his, like, elven village, or
That
like, whatever is
disappeared.
left of them. So the Sphinx is, like, it was kind of, pointing him towards the Kin Toll, saying, like, well, if you
There's one
find
person
your
that we
old
know.
crew, if you find your old crew, like, you might find information towards this one person who you've been trying to find since, like, before you met the crew. Is, like, the whole thing is that, like, when Brayden was, like, searching for his, like, village or whatever for, like, 4 years, he was, the only information he had was, like, he was trying to find a druid that was just happened to be in the
Found
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, and so he's just been looking for, like, any kind of clue upon this, like, family or this druid or now his old ship crew that might point him in towards the right direction, or at least that's what I understand from BG.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just gonna say, well, when we get to the Keebler tree or whatever, I'm kind of curious if like everyone's gonna be 5'4" or not.
Well, they're all gonna be 18 years old.
Yeah. 18 to 20. I'm excited to see what's on this island, this freaking island. This is gonna be
Same.
fun.
Yeah, the island of undead as well. Like the entire like little small continent of lawful undead is kind of rad as well.
I'm just
and the-
I'm just
the cat-
excited for the ship, like,
That's right,
interactions. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh.
Iron Frost should go there.
Have a good night, guys.
Let's see you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.